Hello, everybody, and welcome to our third episode of Studio Ghibli D&D Eyes Unclouded. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're so happy to be back after last week. There was no episode. So first of all, I think we'll go around and introduce ourselves. Hello, I'm Hannah, or Louise Hannah. I play Hazel Hoglet, a little 3'3" gnome who definitely is not 3'3". She's the tallest woman you've ever seen. What do you mean? And she's probably or probably almost dying at the hands of a certain rabbit this week. Probably, maybe. Who knows? Cat.
All right, my name is Cat or Cat Scratch. I am the DM. I guess I also stream on Twitch. I'm a variety streamer and I play a bunch of different games. Easy peasy.
Chrispy.
Hello, I am Chrispy or Chrispy Gameplay across all of the medias. I'm playing Barnaby Swiftfoot, who is Hazel's best friend. And I'm definitely not going to use my homemade lasso to use her as an anchor this episode. Definitely not.
Oh my god, you got a saddle last week. I just remembered this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Wait, what did I ride? Oh, I rode you.
Me? Oh my god.
Oops. Okay. Anyways, moving on.
Dan with the beautiful box on his face.
I don't know what's happening. This literally
Is there a box on your face?
It literally just showed up as soon as we went live, and I don't know who he is. My name's Dan. Yeah, my name's Dan, aka Daydreamer Dan. I'm a variety streamer here on Twitch. I normally don't have a box that just follows me everywhere. I don't even. Oh, I'm playing Rialto, the water genasi monk, and yeah, I'm going to quickly see if I can figure out what's.
I was gonna say, I think it's your camera's face detection. Yeah. I don't know why it just found
No
you.
worries.
Like, no, not that we're live.
Jude, would you like to take it away? Introduce yourself.
Yeah, Saturn just got stuck in a Starbucks bag, so I freed him.
It's going so well, everybody.
Hello, my name's Jude. I am your local chaotic bisexual. My pronouns are they, she. You can find me everywhere at Mermaid Royal doing either some DBD or Among Us or whatever the hell I feel like doing. I have 2 cats that want to take over the world and 1 cat that just wants to sleep. So if you hear me yelling, it's because of that Saturn. I swear to God, I'm gonna mute myself and go kick him out. I'll be right back.
Y'all, we took a week off. We just need to make sure that we had enough chaos to make up for the last week that we were here.
We're just gonna get out all the tech issues, the pet issue, all of it's happening now.
We have to do it now.
Before I hand over to our wonderful dungeon master, we have a little chaos bar over here. If you see, thank you so much already. I believe it was Mike for the $10. That's very, very sweet.
Oh, yeah.
If that bar gets filled, something wild and terrible and maybe chicken related, who knows, could happen.
Hey, really?
So if you want to support the cast, that's the best way to do it, and it results in some chaos. So yeah, I think that's it from me.
Just appearing out of nowhere.
Yes.
That was actually me. Yeah, that was a attempt. That was me saying what kind of chaos.
I got my nose. I did.
Okay, Kat, go, take it away, please.
All right, we are so ready to start this. Everyone grab a cozy blanket, grab your tea if you have it, or you can have
Grab
there,
your cats.
whatever. Anything that works in a pub. Grab your cats, grab your chickens, get ready for a cozy, comfy, maybe, I don't know, adventure for the day. So if we remember when we first started out here, we have all of our adventurers, and they were called by Ronan Gareth, the general leader of the Weldstone army or the Weldstone militia, to come and help him because they have been having centuries of war between Weldstone and the Undying Thicket, or the magical forest that is right next to the city. We went there after a little bit of tea chaos, some chicken chaos. We got in there and we were led to fight this shadow monster beast that came in from the forest into Weldstone to protect the people And you all learn that there might be a relic that's in the forest that Rona thinks that could possibly help and finally bring peace to this land. So the last time we were here, you all entered the Undying Thicket, and you kind of got split up from our dear Theris, who is basically Rona's right-hand man, right? And he went into the forest, and you also had Pim with you. And you faced a few of some hate-filled, shadowy forest spirits that came at you. You found a waterfall with some rivers that had a dark sludge at the bottom. Hazel almost died many times through no fault of her own. And basically we went through this and got deeper and deeper into this forest until we actually ended up finding another large boarish creature that attacked you and also sent the unliving bodies of soldiers it had taken down at you as well. And so you were not only fighting a very hate-filled spirit beast, but you also were fighting some of Theris's old men that they had lost into the forest and were still searching for. Once thought dead, were brought back to life to use the forest hate and attack you. And yeah, you were able to free the spirit, but unfortunately those soldiers were lost in the fight. And Theris, shocked by what he saw, decided that he needed to go back and warn. And you all realized that the angrier you made the forest, the worse this was going to get. So Pim changed into a creature to help Theris bring the soldiers back to their family so that they could bury them and that he could warn Rona. And so you've been left in this opening. Pim has left. Buttercup, Delphine's lovely bat, has gone with Pim and Theris. And you guys have been left behind at this moment. And you're kind of in this opening. There is forest all around you. And you do notice that the sun is actually kind of starting to go down. You all might be feeling a little bit tired at this point because you have been wandering for quite a bit. Some of you have been a little bit beaten up at this point after all the adventures you have faced and the monsters that have come at you. So yeah, what are we thinking we want to do?
I am still a bear at this current time.
Mm-hmm.
Probably.
Yeah, Barnaby, are you still on top of Hazel?
I guess so. Yeah, I don't think Barnaby at this point has demounted off the bear mount that he currently has. All right. Well, it's getting kind of dark. Should we camp down for the night? Is that a good idea?
Well, first of all,
You're trying to throw me
Barnaby,
off.
First of all, Barnaby, I think you should probably dismount Hazel at this current point.
Oh yes,
super
Hazel. Yes, I
pleased by
forgot
what's
that
happening,
this was
yeah.
Hazel. All right, and he hops off.
If a bear could make like a indignated tone, it would.
You can feel that in the growl that just came out. Barnaby. You can feel that there was a not pumped about what you've done.
I'll just take myself. Well, I'll just take this and
then I turn back into a little gnome.
Oh,
Perfect.
So I technically don't have to sleep, so I can stay. What? I'm not fighting right now. Jesus Christ, Taylor. Sorry.
You're good.
Elves don't have to sleep. I just have to meditate semi-consciously for 4 hours. So if y'all,
You never have to sleep ever.
I never technically have to sleep because I'm an elf. So if y'all need to sleep, I can stand guard and try and trance in the meantime. And if something happens, I will yell and we will wake up and we will deal with whatever we need to deal with.
We could take it in turns, so at least like your meditation is really meditative.
Well, it's only like it's like meditation, but like semi-consciously. You know what I mean? So like half of my consciousness
Like a half
is
meditation.
like it's like a half meditation.
Like one eye.
Yeah, like one eye.
I get it.
Yeah.
He's
Cool.
like, I don't know what anything.
I know. I just am here.
Well, I do believe that I could go for a great nap, and I don't know about y'all, but I'm gonna bed down.
Okay.
Barnaby kind of hops over, just puts his hands behind his or paws behind his head, and just kind of lays on a log,
Well,
like
should
between
we?
his little feet.
I mean, should we talk about what we want to do next before we,
Already asleep.
Okay. Well, then we'll make all the decisions without you.
But I don't think that's how sleeping works. But, all right. I believe that we should. Who's around us still? Is it just the party or?
It's
It is
just the party.
So currently it is just the party. Pim did go. Delphine really didn't want everyone to split up, but Theris felt it was best that he needed to go warn so that the rest of the soldiers didn't cause more trouble, thinking that they needed to come in and try to protect you or fight the forest or anything like that. So Theris wanted to go back, return his men to their families. And
Yes.
Pim, since she felt she knew the forest the best, also went back with him to kind of guide him through and hopefully bring a little bit of that energy that maybe the forest wouldn't want to destroy. So it is currently just you four.
It may be best for us just to take some camp right now, and then if either one of our hosts could come back and continue leading us through this forest, that might be the best choice.
I agree.
I trust you both.
So who is currently are we doing a short rest? Are we doing a long rest? Or how are we?
Can we do a long rest? Are we able to do a long rest?
Yeah, if you,
Okay,
yeah,
great.
I'll let you do a long rest.
Lick.
I would say that you guys are currently in the forest. Nothing really seems to be moving. And you did kind of seemingly destroy whatever threat you had in that area. But if someone doesn't need a long rest and wants to kind of keep an eye out, they can keep an eye out. You guys can trade off if people just need some short rest and someone else needs a long rest, or you let me know and we'll make it happen.
I mean, I'd like to do my full trance at least.
Okay.
I just need a short rest, so if we want to swap out, cool.
I think Barnaby just is out.
Yeah,
And,
Barnaby's
He
out.
just does it. He's just asleep. Like he's
Barnaby
taking
is
his nap.
long resting.
Unless someone wakes him up, he is long resting.
Rialto is willing to stay up at some point to
Okay.
keep watch if necessary.
So Barnaby is gonna just KO, knocked out, leaned up against
Unbothered. Yeah.
a nice little wooden tree, a nice little stump, and
love wood trees.
sat down there, fell asleep.
Those are the best kinds of trees.
Yeah, the wooden trees are my favorite.
I get to roll my
And-
portent dice because I tranced. Sorry.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
so go ahead and do whatever you guys need to do for a short rest. Get whatever HP you need back. Barnaby, go ahead and give yourself a long rest. And make sure you get back whatever spell slots you need with whatever you do.
Woohoo! I can make more zombies again.
I can punch
Yay.
more.
Yay!
Perfection. Also a reminder that you all got some magical items last week, or
We
yeah, I'll just
did.
say last week. So if you need to recheck in the D&D chat that we have together, feel free. You can look over those real quick just in case you might need them on today's adventure or what have you. But yeah, so basically Barnaby is there, passed out, dead to the world, and you all are chilling and looking around the forest. You don't necessarily feel any threats, but you all are very wary. None of this forest has felt safe the entire time, and you know that there is an anger within it. And then as you're sitting there and you kind of start to see time has passed, you guys have kind of taken your routes and you've switched off between each other, and the sun is kind of starting to rise. You've gone through night. Nothing happened in the night. You all kind of were wary and knowing what was happening so that no one was in danger. And the sun is starting to rise, and go ahead and I will have Rialto roll a perception check.
Alrighty, let's
Hello?
do this.
Saturn! What are you doing?
He does this all the time. Sir, I have a wig on, chill.
Oh my god.
Wig snatched.
See him go
Oh,
jump
shoot,
up on your back.
I accidentally rolled twice, but 19
No,
was
it's
the first
okay.
roll.
Both of those very good rolls.
Yeah.
Nice.
So with that, you are sitting there, you feel rested, you notice that the sun is rising, you kind of get up and start to stretch around. You've been sitting for a little bit. You kind of want to walk around the realm that you've been resting in, and you kind of hear little giggles coming from the
Giggles.
forest.
I look over to where Hazel is to make sure she's not giggling in her sleep, because that seems something very
That's really cute, though.
That's adorable.
Yeah, that's super cute. Hazel, are you giggling in your sleep, or are you just
It's
are you maybe dreaming of a very cute soldier man?
oh.
boy. Oh god.
There's probably a little smile on her face. Little.
So you look over, Hazel's got a nice little sleepy smile on their face, but doesn't look like the giggles are coming from her.
Let's see. How far?
And you
into
kind
the
of
forest?
look at her and you hear a little again from the forest.
Rialto will go over to Delphine, who I'm assuming is in her trance little state.
Mm-hmm.
And then he is going to. What do you do to someone who's? Do you push them? Do you? Do you snap? Do you snap in their
Like
face?
There are so many options before you push them.
Rialto, this is the first time he's ever had to deal with this. He's just kind of like he like.
To be fair, last time you did go through a dimension, and like,
That is true. Yeah,
this is all very new to
It's
you.
all very new. He kind of like does this in front of her face a few times and then snaps.
When Rialto snaps, Delphine will come to and like look up and be like, yes?
Oh jeez.
Yeah.
I believe I heard some giggling coming from the forest.
Can I hear the giggling now that Rialto has mentioned it to me?
Roll perception.
19.
So you do hear kind of like a little giggle coming from the forest. So you start looking around, and on the far edge, far away from you, you guys aren't necessarily center of this open area, but on the far straight across from you, you see kind of like this small, misty. They have a human form, but they're not human. Like they have 2 arms, 2 legs, and a kind of misty swaying head. But they can't be any higher than your knee.
Oh,
And
okay.
it's kind of just swaying over across. And you stare at it, and it raises its arm and kind of waves at you.
I like very gently wave back.
Okay. You wave back, and it drops its arm, and you hear the giggle again, and it starts running, but kind of like mists off into the forest behind it.
Mists off.
I think it might be a
So it
child
runs
spirit.
and then it kind of mists off, leaves a little bit of a trail, but it disappears behind it.
Nervous.
Rialto, I think that might have been a child spirit.
Fascinating. How is it? Could they be related to the forest spirits as well? Or?
Oh, of course. They're definitely probably part of the forest as well. But they don't seem to have been tainted with the curse in the way that other spirits have been tainted with the curse. Not to say that they're not cursed, they just might be cursed in a different way.
It may have just been me, but was it beckoning for us to go?
Oh, I think it wants to play. I think it wants to play because it waved and I waved back and then it ran off.
You guys
I
are
saw that.
discussing, and you notice that it ran off, and then You, as you're talking, you kind of see over to your right, so across from you, but a little bit over to the right, you see movement again, and then you actually see 3 little misty creatures come out, same size, same look, and you hear the giggles again. And they're just looking at you. And they're just
There seem to be
Sorry,
more
Hazel.
this time. I might be.
I'm trying to think.
I'm gonna try something.
Okay. Shenanigans time.
Yeah, let's try
Shenanigans time.
shenanigans.
Shenanigans time.
Let's try something. So Rialto is going to open his little canteen of water, and
Okay.
using shape water, can he try and recreate one of these little spirits, like in front of them?
Can I give him the help action?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, he's gonna try that.
Yeah,
Okay,
you can
so-
you can try to make one. Go ahead and just roll a normal d20 to see
D20. All right.
kind of like how good this mimics one of the creatures.
Let's do that. I'll just do that on my phone. 17.
Okay. Yeah, so you go ahead and you try to, shape the water into one of these misty looking creatures. It is a little bit thicker because it is like full water that you are moving, but it's in a similar shape, and you do it right in front of them, and they kind of walk towards it, and then you see a few more come from the woods and surround it,
Oh.
and they you can kind of tell they're like crouching and looking at it, and then they giggle and run back into the forest.
I think they enjoyed that.
I think they're just child spirits who want to play.
Should we? Oh. Should we wake up the others and see if? What should we do? Should we play with them? I mean,
If you guys want to do like a nice insight check on them to see like
Yeah, I would love to
if
do
they
an
are
insight check.
actually good.
Go
Okay,
ahead.
yeah. So you guys are kind of mystified, no pun intended, by these little like misty children-y spirits that you guys think they are, running around and laughing and going into the forest
18
and coming
plus
back
5.
out.
19,
Right?
23.
Perfect.
23. Cat.
Wonderful. And so you kind of see them come out, and Delphine, you're looking at them, and you're just trying to see like, okay, is this just like a weird forest thing? Like, is this a trap? What is this? And you look them over from the distance that you are at, and you don't think they mean you any harm. You don't think that they're trying to, trick you or be evil or anything. They just seem very playful, and almost like they just kind of like, one, they're interested in you, and 2, they kind of want to play with you or lead you or something. They they want to interact with you.
Right. That's what I thought. Okay, cool. Rialto, they just seem like child spirits. They don't seem like they mean us any harm in any way. I can wake Hazel though if you want to wake Barnaby.
do my best to wake him up.
Okay, great. I'll like walk over to Hazel and like very gently like touch her like shoulder and stuff and like shake her like gently.
Rialto does the same thing of waving his hand in front of in Barnaby's face and then starts snapping.
An odd thing you notice when you go over to Barnaby, his eyes are slightly open.
Oh, that's creepy. I don't like that. You
How do
basically
you think I feel when I go up to my rabbit and it's sleeping and then it goes?
Rialto visibly goes, oh.
And he just goes, his eyes open a little more and goes, yes.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to disturb you. I think there seem to be some small child spirits off in the distance.
God spirits, you say?
Yes, mist-like ones. I've not met many child spirits, but these seem misty in a sense.
They're mysterious.
Oh my god.
Um,
All right. Well, show me them, I suppose. And he kind of hops up. He's like, well, where are these things?
Point off to the distance.
And as Rialto tries to start pointing, you actually hear a and then Miss Child runs by your legs, and you feel kind of a cool as it goes by your legs, and then it runs across the way and out the forest the same way the others have gone.
Oh my! Whoa.
Just as Delphine is shaking Hazel, she's like, there, oh, Delphine, oh, yeah, hi.
Hi. We found some child spirits. Delphine's just gonna gloss right over that. Delphine's not gonna embarrass Hazel. Hazel had a long day yesterday. Delphine's not gonna do that to Hazel. We found some child spirits that we think are trying to play hide and seek.
Hide and seek.
Whoa! I'm not asking you to play hide and seek. I'm just saying that we think the child spirits might be wanting to play hide and seek.
Well, then who's gonna be the seeker?
We don't know yet.
Me! We know! It's me! Hazel literally has so much energy from the second she is awake. It is go time.
Delphine will
Really
point
wanna
off into the forest where she sees another spirit.
Okay, and then right where you point, it almost right as your finger points that way, a spirit child pops up and just waves at Hazel.
Oh, I also right now would like to cast protection from evil and good on Hazel to make sure Hazel has a better day today.
Oh, that's so
Sounds good.
Has Barnaby seen one of the spirits yet, or besides the one that ran
you
past him?
Felt one, yeah, not one beside the one that like ran past your legs. And yeah, whether you were spooked by the feel because you kind of felt like a coolness go by your legs, or whether you saw it fully run across the way or whatnot, that's up to you.
Okay, I'll look around and like actively try to see one of these. I think.
Okay.
I don't know if you want me to roll for that or I'll just look.
I would say since everyone's kind of pointing it out, you do know that like you don't need to roll perception or anything. You just are kind of like standing around. And you're looking and you actually kind of see a few heads pop up in the forest beyond. They're not necessarily coming in, but they're kind of like in the bushes that are a little bit deeper in the forest. And you see one that's looking at you, Barnaby, and like waving towards you to like come this way.
Yes. Oh, hello, friend. Well, you look friendly. And he just starts hopping towards it. He's not scared of anything, so he's just like,
Okay, great, cool. Delphine will follow because
Rialto
going
will follow
in.
after.
Rialto, sorry.
Yes, sorry, I wasn't expecting it that quickly, but
No,
that's
same.
no, it's good,
Same.
it's good.
You woke the chaotic side up. You knew what was gonna happen.
So it's waving, and as you start hopping at it, it actually kind of runs deeper into the forest. But it also it dissipates as it runs deeper into the forest, Barnaby. So you're hopping, and as you're hopping, it disappears.
Oh,
I will start running, which is got to be a hilarious transition because I was hopping and then I just start running. I'll be like, "Oh wait, come back! I want to play with you!" And he just kind of goes,
Okay,
Oh my goodness.
wonderful. So as Barnaby is running, I need to hear from all of y'all. What are you doing? I know that you guys were following as he was just casually hopping. Rialto, are you chasing? Are you looking at the rest of the group? What are you doing specifically?
if Barnaby starts running in, Rialto is going to keep closer just so that
Okay.
Barnaby
So
doesn't get
do you
too
s-
separated.
Okay, so do you kind of like sprint after him and kind of
Yes.
like try to keep pace?
Yep,
Okay.
definitely.
Hold your rolls. We will be rolling here. Delphine.
Delphine is also following, but also is just like, wait.
Okay.
Like it just yelling after them, like, we're not supposed to be going that deep into the forest. Pim's not gonna be able to find us.
Okay. Hazel, what are you doing? You just woken up?
Hazel will be bringing up the end at the back of the group and just being like, "We can't all be seekers. That's not how the game works. Oh my god!"
Barnaby, please.
All right, everyone. I would like an athletics roll.
Oh no!
I have, guess what, y'all? A -1 to
Ooh, I have
athletics.
A +1.
Oh, I am a.
Natural 19.
Oh, it's gonna be
dang.
another one of those days. I see.
17. Hannah got a freaking 20.
I know. All
Dang.
right. So all of you are running, and Barnaby, you take off in a sprint, which has got to be hilarious because you were just jump, 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 and you see it kind of disappear, and you just break out into a mad sprint, and your massive rabbit feet are like pushing off the ground and pushing you forward.
Yep.
Oddly enough, though, Rialto sees you and kind of like catches on as soon as you change your stride into a sprint and follows pace very, very quickly. And actually, you notice a very small
I got
movement.
a 10, Cat, because I have to roll with disadvantage for athletics checks. I just realized.
Oh. Okay, perfect. Thank you. You see a small movement actually to your left a little bit, and you see a tiny little body actually passing you and yelling, "That's not how the game works!" And Hazel is actually passing you up and running after these little misty children with you, and you rolled high enough that you were like beaming past him. And Delphine,
Roadrunner.
you're just kind of trying, and you're like, yeah, 100%. And her little tiny legs are just, and she is so fast, and she is catching up with all these little tiny children, passes this large rabbitkin and is zooming into this forest. And Delphine, you are like kind of huffing and puffing. You weren't planning on running, but you are trying. You can still see them in eye shot, but they are definitely leaving you in the dust. But you can still see them and follow them clearly. So you guys start running through this forest. And you've actually lost sight of these little misty children. Hazel, you were kind of leading the pack. You saw them and they kept kind of drifting away, and then now you don't see them in front of you right now. Do you keep running? Do you stop?
I probably stop. Like what am I what am I seeking again? Where is they gone? I mean, I know that's what I meant to figure out, but where are they?
These creatures.
How close behind was I?
Hazel passed you, but you're probably, as she kind of like stops, you come up kind of huffing and puffing as she starts kind of like screaming.
Can I jump over her?
Stop doing that to me!
Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna use rabbit hop and jump over and be like, "Where'd they go?"
Yes, you may.
Barnaby!
Can't wait for Hazel to get more spells
Did you lose
than
them,
Chris
Hazel?
Barnaby. I said I can't wait for Hazel to get more spells than Chris Barnaby.
Oh my gosh. I thought you said, can I use one of my spells and curse Barnaby? And I was like, this is unexpected.
No.
Has Hazel seen one of these creatures yet?
I would like to cast Blight on Barnaby. I'm kidding.
No.
Oh god, I got really nervous. Oh my gosh.
Turns into a massive fight between all.
I'm the big bad evil. I'm the
turns into
smallish
all being
evil guy.
And the
Just turn
plot
him
was
into a-
lost that episode.
Just turn him into a bear to like punish him for everything that's happened.
That's given me ideas, and I'm gonna lock those away.
I want that. I do want that.
So wait, has Hazel seen any of these creatures yet? The small spirits?
I saw one.
She did when she originally woke up. It kind of waved
gotcha.
at her, and she got really excited to play. And then
That's
she
true.
saw Barnaby run off. But where she's at right now, she doesn't see any of them.
Okay, gotcha. I'm going to try and do the same thing that I did earlier, where I'm going to use some shape water to see if I can lure some out by creating a small little water version of them again.
Okay, cool. So you've already done it before, so you kind of have the motion down and you know what to do. So you go and make this tiny little water child spirit, and you have it kind of dance and skip around right next to Hazel, because you know that they were kind of out front. So it's kind of dancing and jumping around Hazel and moving around like you saw them moving. And you hear a little in the forest, but you don't see any of them like appear to try to like wave at you or move you forward.
I want to dance around with the little water spirit.
Oh, can
That's not what I was
I
expecting, but okay.
cast see invisibility? Because it allows me to see invisible creatures and also see into the ethereal plane to see if I can see any of these spirits.
Okay.
I don't think I have to roll anything for it. I can just cast it
Yeah.
as far as I'm concerned.
I
Yeah,
also have a
so-
bell in my backpack, and I'm just gonna take the bell out. I don't know why I have a bell, but I have a bell, and I'm gonna start ringing it and dancing with Hazel around the vista. Be like, come play with us. Come play with us.
Okay. So Hazel, Barnaby, and technically Rialto are dancing around and playing together. Delphi,
casting a spell.
you cast a spell to see invisibility, and you see your party just dancing and I get having some fun. That's good. And
Delphi
you
doesn't
don't-
know how to have fun, so
Yeah.
this is part of the course.
To be fair, you are probably very winded because you just had to run after your wild party members that just left you in the dust.
Yeah,
so
fuck you guys.
you are starting to so you're starting to move up and catch up with them, and you cast what is it? See invisibility. And you look around and you don't see like cute like little human misty creatures or anything, but you do see like these wisps of kind of ethereal mist slightly dancing around Hazel and Barnaby and Rialto's little creature. But also you kind of see a trail of them going a little bit deeper into the forest, and you notice that they start to clump up a little ways ahead of you.
I'm sorry to break up this party. I don't mean to be a killjoy. I don't think we should go any further into this forest.
Oh, but why?
I did magic and cast a spell, and I can see into the ethereal plane. And in the ethereal plane right now, there is mist that's dancing here with us. But that mist is going deeper into the forest and is a huge clump. Which means if we go any further into the forest, we might have to fight ethereal spirits, which I don't think any of us are currently equipped or prepared for.
Do you think they don't know how to play hide and seek? Like, all being in one area is just like a really poor strategy. I feel like this was a mistimed. I'm so sorry. You seem serious, and I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine. I don't think they know. You're doing great. I don't think they know how to play hide and seek. I think you are the superior hide and seek goddess, and we all know that. But because they don't know how to play hide and seek, I don't want them to twist the rules on you and for you to potentially get hurt.
Yes.
So I think that we should back out a little bit back to where we had camp.
I like that. It's like we were the ones who were hiding instead of them being the ones, and they're the seeker, and they're trying to find us.
Oh.
But we don't want that.
Right.
But how do we know that they are in fact trying to harm us? They sound pretty playful. I mean, they haven't done anything to.
Barnaby, do you want my invisibility spell so that you can look at what I looked at, or?
Well, I believe you. I'm not saying I don't believe you. I'm just saying I do. I promise. I'm just saying that I don't necessarily think that they're bad. They look like
The
they're
smaller,
just trying to have
I
fun.
don't think the smaller ones are bad, but the ones that I saw, y'all haven't seen. There are other spirits that are not like the child spirits.
Misunderstood.
No, you're okay. So the,
Is
the
he
child
though?
spirits. Oh. I'm so sorry. That was out of character. So sorry.
No, he is. I'm kidding. You guys have got to get on my level of humor one of these days.
I haven't had any tea or coffee
level.
yet today. I'm not awake. But yeah, there are the child spirits, and then there are also these other spirits that look like adult mist spirits.
Adult spirits as opposed
Yes.
to the child spirits. Okay. And they seem mean.
Yes.
Okay.
Or at least not as,
Nice.
yeah.
I do wonder if these smaller spirits are trying to guide us in the right direction, though. They may be trying to help. If they're part of the forest, and maybe they are trying to lead us to where we're trying to go. I mean, without our friends, we don't necessarily know where we're going, do we? But, I mean, we could just try and follow the spirits. They do seem nice. I don't think they're that bad. And if you did see big, bad spirits, maybe they're trying to guide us past them without necessarily getting us in trouble.
I mean, okay, we'll go that way. And if we get hurt, Barnaby, it's your fault. So.
Well, I don't like that. What do you suggest we do then anyways? I'm just trying to... I don't know. I'm just a rabbit.
Everything feels very
just a
tense
rabbit.
right now. Oh.
The
Can I do an
water
insight
spirit.
check on the bigger spirits?
Oh yeah. So I would say that it's not necessarily bigger. They're just more in an invisible plane that others can't see. You can see it with your see invisibility. They're still like small wispies. There's just kind of a lot of them, and they're floating through the sky. And they looked bigger because they ended up clumping at a certain point. But I wouldn't say that they're necessarily huge. But you can do an insight check if you would like.
20.
All right. So you look at them and you, just like before, you don't sense really any harm. You don't think that they're trying to hurt you. They are just kind of in this forest. Again, you do feel the same thing, like they're trying to push, like not push you further into the forest, but like guide you further into the forest. You don't necessarily know why or anything, but you can feel it, that it doesn't seem like it's malicious.
Okay. Well, Barnaby might be right.
And as you're staring at one of the little wisps kind of like trails off from this long path of them. And as you see it trail off, all of a sudden you guys hear, and you see another mist creature just standing in the grass in front of you. Delphine, you actually saw one of the wisps go and transform, and Mist Child appeared where it had left off.
Okay, so they're coming from... So Barnaby might actually be right. So they... First of all, sorry, Barnaby, my apologies. They are forming into the clump. The little mists are forming into the big giant clump, and then they're leaving the big clump from the ethereal plane to form the child spirit in the physical plane that we are in. But I don't sense any maliciousness or ill intent from the clump or anything like that. And they kind of just seem to be beckoning us forward. So sorry, Barnaby.
So we can trust the clump.
No worries.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so.
Trust the clump.
Hashtag
Okay.
trust the clump.
Hashtag.
Fucking hate it here.
Well,
Okay.
I think they might just be trying to lead us in the right direction. What harm could it be? I mean, we've been able to handle these evil spirits that have been hiding in this forest so far. I mean, if the little nice ones are trying to lead us in the right direction, there's no harm in trying to figure out where they want us to go.
And as far as I can tell, these water spirit or these mist spirits and this clumpy mist spirit that we can't see, they don't look anything like any of the other malicious forces that we've run into up until this point. So this could be something that it could be leading us towards the right direction.
Okay.
All right.
d-
So you go ahead.
No, nope, go ahead. I'm good.
So you guys want to follow this path? I guess Delphine, if you guys do want to follow it, Delphine, you'll have to guide because they can't see the invisible. So you all want to go forward and you start following this path and you walk probably, I don't know, I'd say probably 30 feet, and you're getting a lot closer to this clump. And as you get closer to this clump of ethereal mist wispies going around, you notice it opens back up into a grove, and it opens up and the sun is shining, and it actually feels brighter here than it did in the rest of the forest. And you notice in the center of this grove, there's kind of a tall stump, and right behind that stump, it looks like a lot of overgrown vines with like trees and wood, and it looks like the wooden vines kind of go up into an antler shape from this mound in the center there.
Y'all see what I see? That is an interesting looking foliage
They look like,
thing.
they look like a pair of antlers.
Yes, it almost looks alive.
I should also mention that as you came in here, you heard a little bit of water and you look around and there's little tiny waterfalls in the back here, but they all kind of trail into these pools that are also randomly scattered in this grove. Definitely around this mound, but just kind of like scattered.
Gotcha.
It's so pretty.
Quite beautiful. I wonder, is there something more to this? Should we investigate it? I don't want to disturb any of the spirits necessarily, but I think this might be worth looking at.
Wait, Delphine, can you see? Wait, are the spirits here?
I can see the clump.
Yep, you can see this clump, and as you guys came in here, the clump actually kind of separated, and they all kind of scattered around this grove, kind of saying like they're not trying to lead you anywhere anymore. They're scattered around and just kind of like dancing around the pools and dancing around this mound and just wiggling around. They look really happy.
They wanted us to come here. They're not in a clump anymore. They're just scattered about this grove. Can I cast an Arcana check of some kind, Kat?
I'm actually gonna do a different one.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, you want to do it on the water?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can go ahead and do an Arcana check on the water. Okay.
11.
Not the worst. So you look around at all the pools that are randomly scattered about, and there is something magical about them, but nothing that seems like, I don't know, it doesn't feel like evil magic necessarily. It's just like, it's definitely not normal water. You know, like it's not just like pools of water.
Delphine would like to kneel by one of the pools of water.
Okay.
While you do that, Barnaby's just like looking over your shoulder, like very close, like.
So you approach this one of the pools of water, and do you just want to look in, or do you want to touch it, or how?
This is going to sound very silly. Can I extend my hand to one of the little mist things that I can see? Kind of like how you would extend your hand to a cat so that they smell it?
Yeah. Okay. So Delphine gets closer to one of these pools, holds out her hand, and as you hold out your hand, you feel a gust and you push and you actually splash into the pool.
Oh.
I
All
couldn't
right.
have done that better.
Oh
myself.
no. Oh no.
So Delphine is in this pool. And while you would think that normally you would have like a bunch of splashing as you've like gone into this pool, there's no splashing.
What?
Can I like stand up? Can I like stand up?
It doesn't move? Did the water not move? It just like.
So Delphine, you are currently kind of faded out.
What?
We'll come back to you in 2 seconds.
Love that for me.
Oh no! Okay, so from everyone else's perspective,
Yeah.
like because I was right behind her, kind of like looking in the water. What do I see? As
Oh, so
Delphine
you were like
hits the
right
water?
behind her?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like over her shoulder, like looking into the water.
Oh no, are you also in the water?
You see Delphine look over and put her hand out, trying to kind of beckon to this little Misty, and you look over and you see her randomly fall in, and you kind of look, and in the same breath you feel a big gust and you are pushed into this pool.
Oh shit!
Oh no!
Oh no!
So Hazel and Rialto, you have just seen two of your friends fall into this pool. There's no splashing or anything extra splashing
No
like they're trying to get out of this. However, looking back at this scene, you see these little misty children starting to pop up, and you see them kind of clustering around that big stump in the center. And it does look like there's a green glow from it. And you also see the mound right behind it. And the closer you get, it kind of like glows a little bit more. If you would like to know any information, you all are free to do a nice little religion check, or you can check on the pool, or we can see what's happening.
I would love to do a religion check.
I would also love to do a religion check.
Oh, that's 20, baby.
Oh,
Well, thank goodness there's two of you here right now.
I have no idea what this is.
We love Rialto.
Hazel, you're kind of looking around and you're like, okay, my friends just fell into that pool. They're not splashing anymore. There's these little children everywhere. There's a green glow, and you do a nice little check trying to see, like, okay, you know forest stuff. Try to dig deep. What do you remember? And you actually start to like look at that big mound, that wooden viney mound behind, and it's actually looking kind of deer shaped. And that reminds you that you remember hearing a story of a god of the forest named Ernos. And he was a deer god, but he ruled the forest. And yeah, you don't know what happened to him, but you're starting to think that might be him. And you think that green glow might be the relic that Ronith sent you to find.
Oh.
Hazel.
Dear God, Rialto. It's the dear God. You know?
So spacing out 100-yard stare, going, I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, Rialto, you looked at it and you were just like, oh, you know what? That kind of looks like a deer.
Yeah.
But that's all. That's all you got.
Yeah.
You have no information about this beyond that.
What about the deer?
Okay. So
Yeah.
back at like my home with everyone, we live in the forest, right? And that's why I'm mushroom, you know. And so
Is that why you're so well versed in the forest?
well versed.
Yeah, no, like you've got it down.
And I kind of like I step up to him and I'm like, what were you saying?
Anyway, the god, the deer.
The deer
What
god.
were you saying?
Yes. Okay.
More
So
important.
yes. So there's a god called Ernos, and he is the god of the forest. Probably every forest. Definitely this forest. And he disappeared, and no one knew what happened to him. You know.
Okay.
Ooh, so spooky. And then. And then, so you know Ronith, you know that guy. He
Yes,
sent us
he brought us
after.
here.
Yes,
Okay, yes,
he
I
sent
was
us.
I was there during that. Okay.
He sent us. You were there
Yes.
to find a relic, and I think this is the relic. And our
Okay.
friends have disappeared. And
That's just two. Those are unrelated.
oh, I don't know about that.
Okay, they might be related, but anyway, so they didn't disappear like the deer god, right?
Oh my God, what if they
Deer
did?
god? Did the deer god fall into?
Well, I don't know about that. That's too much
Our
information.
friends fell into the water.
They did.
Yeah, we should probably.
Wait, I have a test I want to perform.
Okay.
Okay,
let's hear it.
so I was aware that there was no splashing, right? So I want to grab like a rock or something, and I want to throw it into the pool.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and actually do an athletics check.
Okay.
Okay. You've got this.
Oh, 20.
Nice. Damn.
All right. So you don't only grab a rock, you grab what would be in your arms, a boulder. And you go and you, with as much might as you can, you kind of run around, circle, and toss it and throw it into one of the nearby pools, and it sinks into there. No big splash.
Huh.
How did you just throw that?
I'm really strong. Do you want to do an arm wrestle?
No, maybe after we find Delphine and Barnaby, that might be a good idea.
Wait, I want to watch Hazel and
Yeah.
Rialto do an arm wrestle after this.
Yeah.
It's okay if you're too cowardly. I get it.
Rialto kind of just 1,000-yard stare again. Okay. So, I believe that our friends may have fallen through there and
Died? What?
No.
Oh.
I mean, I hope not.
I thought that's what you were gonna say.
No, I was just hoping that we could potentially. Can I like look? Ooh, I don't have any spells or anything. Shoot. Can I like examine these pools from afar so that we don't fall in on accident? See if I can learn a bit more.
Yeah. I mean, you can do an Arcana check. I'm not. If you want to, but
Sure.
I would roll that at a disadvantage because you're not getting close to it.
Okay, I'll roll 2 times then. Uno, dos. Okay, 11.
So close to each other.
Yeah, I know.
So you also see what Delphine saw, and you just know that these aren't normal little pools of water. Like, it's not normal water. There is some sort of magical property to it, but you don't really know what it is. You just know that, okay, it kind of makes sense that maybe there's not a splash because there's some sort of magic mess going on here.
Okay. Okay, one more thing. I'm going to try and use shape water. Shape water to see if I can pull any of the water out of this pool. To see if there's anything funny
Okay.
business going on with these. Yeah.
See if it's actually water. Yeah.
Yeah, start doing that.
So you start moving, you try to grab this water, and it does start to kind of like trickle up, but you can't seem to like grab it. So it trickles up, but it goes back down and kind of like goes back into the pool. So you can't take it. It doesn't look like you're able to like try to take it from the pool. It starts to go up in a watery way. So you do have some sort of interaction with it, but you're not able to actually bring it back with you.
Okay. The water seems to be fighting back, Hazel. I'm not sure if this water has taken our friends or if they've moved them to a different location, but I'm not sure. Should we go after them?
Also, just so we really set the scene right now. So there's Rialto and Hazel in the middle of all these pools, standing away from this moundy deer god, and this trunk or this tree stump trunk with a green glow around it. Mind you, with all these little misty children spirits dancing around.
I'm getting to them. Don't worry about it. I'm getting that. Well, I think, okay, maybe we should explore this area. There's like a presence telling me that I feel like we should examine the area we're in.
Okay.
Maybe.
You said that the relic may be in this area. Maybe if
The green glow.
if we find the relic, maybe that could potentially help us with releasing Barnaby and Delphine or finding out where they are. Okay, let's look for that.
Can we
quickly.
wait?
Yes.
Mist people.
Mist people.
Talk to us. Ooh, okay. Okay.
That worked a lot better than I thought.
Okay. If this is the relic, can you laugh? Oh, okay. Well.
Oh, sorry. I was like, I didn't know you were gonna say. They do laugh. Yeah, they giggle and they kind of. You see a few of them run over to the stump, and they start connecting, like grabbing hands, and they just kind of like dance around it in like a nice little circle.
Okay.
They're
Hazel,
dancing around the stump.
I want to test something just to make sure because we've only heard these spirits giggle. If this is not the relic, please laugh.
You hear a cricket?
Okay, I think we're good. Okay,
cool.
Let's go for it.
That was probably a smart move, to be fair. I was going to blindly trust them. You are a smarter person than I. Okay.
Let's see what we can do now.
Okay. Mists, do you want us to interact with the green glow?
And you look around and you see there's still the little ones dancing, their arms connected and dancing around the stump and kind of jumping back and forth. You also see there are still some around all the pools, and they're kind of like pointing into the different pools around.
Oh.
They're pointing at the different pools?
Oh yeah. They're pointing into some of the pools. Some of them are dancing around the stump. Some of them are pointing into the pools.
Okay. Feels like some mixed messages.
It really does.
I'm not sure. Yeah.
What do you want to do?
Okay. If we attempted,
Okay, I'm going to start walking towards the green glow and see if they like get upset or anything like that. Just like slowly start walking just to test it to see if this is the way they want us to go or the opposite.
Okay. So Rialto starts kind of walking towards it, and you hear little giggles. And they kind of are running with you. Like they're running, you're walking because they're so small. And you go up to a little bit closer. And do you want to reach out for it, or like, do you want to try to grab into the stump and try to pull out what you see, or what?
I'll start reaching very slowly towards it. Like,
Okay.
kind of looking
So
at the little spirits to see if they do anything while
Sounds good. You are reaching very, very slowly, and you just kind of hear them giggling. They're still dancing around the trunk. And as you reach out and you touch the outside of the stump, you feel a big force push you back, and you fall into one of the pools.
Well, love that for us.
Oh.
Now it's just Hazel by herself.
Oh.
Can't wait to see how this plays out.
So there's only 3 episodes of Eyes Unclouded because Kat decided to TPK us.
Yeah. Hazel's the lone survivor of the expedition into the forest.
I found it. She comes running out with it.
Yeah. I don't know where the rest of my party went, but here it is.
So Hazel, you just saw your friend Rialto go up to this stump very, very slowly, very, very carefully reach out to grab it. And as soon as you saw his arms go out and basically were fully extended, you saw him just kind of fly through the air and land in one of the pools. No splash, nothing, but he landed in one of the nearby pools.
Mists. I'm a little worried about Mists. Okay, Mists. Do you know the dear god Ernos?
You hear?
Okay, I trust you. Okay, should I follow my friends? Because I do really like them. I only met them recently, but actually they seem pretty nice. Should I?
So you kind of look really lonely, very scared, and you see one of the Miss children look at you, and you can see its kind of head move up.
Oh, is this what it feels
reaches
like
its
for
arm
everybody else?
It reaches his arm out as if to like ask for your hand.
Oh.
Oh, we can hold hands.
And you hold hands, and it kind of starts pulling you in a certain direction, and leads you closer to a nearby pool. And it keeps going closer and closer to one of the pools.
Okay, but if I die, I'm gonna be really sad that you betrayed our friendship. Okay. And I like,
And he goes,
cool. And
then
I
as,
dip
at
it.
the pool
Oh.
that it's going, there's a bunch like of misty children kind of like dancing around it and pointing at the pool.
I dip a toe into the pool.
You dip a toe, and as you go to reach out your foot, you actually slip and just fall straight into this pool and fall through. And as you do, you are wrestling around. You are flailing and trying to get out of this water, and you can't swim, but you are somehow still being pushed up through this water, and you feel yourself going around, and all of you actually are kind of flailing and trying to get out of this pool that you just fell into. And you all reach up, you feel a ledge, and you pull yourself up and pull yourself onto grass, and you kind of gasp for air, and you look up, and there's still sun, but it almost seems like desaturated. You are in a very, like, you are in the same grove. You recognize that the pools are all in the same spots, but there's not a deer mound. There's not a glowing stump in the middle, but you are somehow still in the same area that you once were.
Delphine's gonna jump right back into the pool.
Just splashes.
Did
It
you
just
say
splashes.
Okay.
we are on a raft?
Nope, you're not on a raft. You
Oh,
are
sorry, I
on
think I
raft.
misheard.
We're on
Raft.
Grass.
We're in a,
I thought
we're
we
in a
ended up
different
yeah.
plane that's the same. Literally looks the same but desaturated.
I'm
Barnaby
dead. We've
looks-
died.
No.
Oh.
I've heard
You all
about this
hear
before.
you all hear Hazel at
afterlife.
her pool going, "I'm dead. I've died."
Oh, I shouldn't have trusted it. Oh.
I mean, I feel like I was very slow with trying to reach for it. I feel like I didn't have to be pushed that hard by whatever.
Rialto, you're in the afterlife?
And mind you, Rialto and Hazel, you are at two different pools. Delphine and Chrispy, you both fell into the same
Fell into
pool,
the
so
same
you are
pool.
actually on the outside of, like, you pulled yourself up from the same pool.
Just sitting next to
However,
Delphine, like,
there is one pool that has a large boulder sitting next to it.
Can I cast Identify on this water? Delphine's not having it. Delphine is so pissed.
Delphine, I think that's the boulder god.
Boulder.
You,
Points a paw at the boulder.
I would say yeah, but you're not gonna.
I'm not gonna find anything.
Yeah,
Okay,
you're not gonna
cool,
find
cool,
anything,
cool,
so don't
cool.
like waste it.
Okay, cool. Thank you. I don't know I feel dead. I feel
So
dead.
you guys are all just like, what is happening? You've been pushed. And as you guys are kind of collecting yourself and trying to take in the scene around you, you look and you see a large white deer kind of
Dear
in the middle
God.
of the grove. He's kind of glowing. He's bright
Dear
white,
God, we got sacrificed. to the
large
deer god.
antlers, and you see that he's actually with a woman with very long braided hair down her back, and she's reaching out and kind of holding the deer god's face, but then she kind of drops her arms, and you can hear them talking. You can't really discern what they're saying right now.
To move. I think its vision is based on movement.
Maybe. Does it sound like a private conversation? Like, are we?
Do they notice us?
Are we
Like-
crashing like
do
a
they
very
notice us?
private conversation that's happening right now?
They haven't reacted to any of you coming out of the pool that you've noticed. They are a little bit of away from you, and they look like
okay.
they were like very kind of deep in conversation. If anyone wants to try to overhear, you can try to.
I
use a
would like
perception
to.
Or...
I will use a big ear and go listening.
Go ahead, roll perceptions.
18.
All right.
22.
24.
Ooh,
man.
Dan got a nat 20.
Oh, look at it go!
Yeah.
All right, so you all, well, most of you here,
I'm like-
them, you're like, oh, and then
There's
you know
water
what? You
somewhere.
Yeah,
notice
there's
you can't
water
really
in my
hear,
ears.
kind of like foggy. Yeah, you try to like drip the water out of your ear as the rest of them hear, this woman talking to the deer god and saying, I'm so mad with the people. Weldstone should have never attacked the forest. I despise them. I hate them so much.
The Guardian. Sophie like whispers this to herself. She didn't mean to say it out loud. Is there anything on her person from the descriptions that we've already gathered that would allude to me that this might be the Guardian of the Forest?
Go ahead and roll investigation.
5.
No.
Ah.
I'm trying to decide what to tell you.
Don't tell me anything. I rolled a 5.
Yeah, I was like, no, you really don't know who this person is really. Like, you can already like say like, oh, maybe this is them, but you don't really make a connection that would make you like absolutely say like, oh, this is the Guardian that we were talking of once before. You just noticed super long dark hair, a little bit of a tan skin complexion, nice flowing dress, a little bit dirty, so she probably plays in the forest a lot, but that's kind of all you notice.
Delphine, maybe we do approach and try to figure out what's going on here.
Okay. Delphine gets up
The shot.
and will try to approach.
Okay.
I'll go with her to, keep my distance because Delphine's kind of the vocal leader and talker. for
You notice that Delphine might be a little bit better with the words.
Part of me is uncharacteristically timid right now. He's very I don't really know. I'll follow you and support you,
fair,
but
you could be very intimidated right now because there is a large, we're talking probably 3 times your all's size,
Deer.
white deer.
Yeah,
and I guess you didn't hear, but Hazel, you recognize this as Eranos, the deer god of the forest. So yeah, it is right to think that you might be a little intimidated.
I think Delphine would know Eranos as well because of growing up in different moon tribes. Because of being a moon elf, she's traveled a lot. So I think that she might know.
Yeah. Actually, do a religion check real quick.
Watch me get a 3.
It's okay.
16.
Perfect. So you do see, and you immediately, you're like, this is a god right in front of us right now, because you recognize, and you also connect all the sludgy, hate-filled spirits that you've kind of released with Pim's help. And you recognize the same kind of shining white to this deer god, and you search through all your memories and all your lessons, and you remember a story of a forest god named Eranos, and he was a large deer with bright shining white fur and large antlers, and you kind of make the connection that you are in the presence of a god right now, and you connect that, oh, this is the god of the Undying Thicket. This is the god of this forest.
As Delphine approaches, she will bow.
Okay. You approach and you bow, and the two kind of look at you, but then say nothing.
That's worrisome. I hate that. Okay, cool.
My eyes are just flicking back and forth. Delphine, and I'm somebody gonna say anything?
Delphine will stand back upright and just clear her throat a little bit and go, Lord Eranos, I'm very sorry to intrude on your conversation and in your domain. We got pushed into the pools by some wisp spirits, and we're wondering if you were able to give us any insight as to where we currently are.
And Eranos looks at you and goes, the Undying Thicket is in a fight with Weldstone, and the woman looks at you and says, I hate the people of Weldstone. I despise everything that they are doing to this forest.
I'm standing with you. I don't know how much you know about what's going on currently, but we have been working with Pim to try to help the forest as much as we can. The soldiers have left the forest and are not going to return. We are just trying to get back. Oh, no, go.
Okay. And she looks at you, and there's not really a connect. She's not looking truly to you, but almost kind of through you, you feel like. And almost not really a response to you. She just keeps going. She goes, I hate the people of Weldstone. I despise them. I will never, ever let them touch this forest again.
Can I do an insight check on her?
Do an investigation.
Investigation? Okay.
Would I also be able to? I'd like to start going up and I just say hello to them both. No bowing. I'm just like, hi.
As Delphine's kind of looking over, Hazel goes up and says, hey. And Eranos looks, and the woman just continues. Weldstone is the cruelest place on the earth. I can't believe they would attack the forest. I hate the people there.
Tell me about it.
And Hazel's talking back, But Delphine, as you look at these two, you kind of notice a distortion around the head of Ernos and the woman there.
This is shenanigans, and you can tell me no. Mm-hmm. Can I cast Dispel Magic on the woman and this, what I believe to be a distorted Eranos?
Dispel
or at least
magic
on the
won't
woman.
do anything. Yeah,
Okay,
Dispel magic won't do anything in this moment.
Cool.
Delphine,
So yeah, you see kind of her hands go back up to his head, and you notice kind of like the closer you look, it just looks a little bit distorted. Something's
wrong.
Weird.
Barnaby, there's something wrong.
Is it me, or do they
No.
seem like they don't see us?
There's something wrong.
This doesn't seem right. You're correct. Something is odd about this encounter. I don't know what, but
as Barnaby says, there's something odd about this encounter. You all hear and you notice that in front it kind of like mists and the distortion distorts a little more. And then you actually see, as you're pointing out, like, hey, this is a little bit weird. Little misty spirits come running through, and the scene in front of you changes. Instead of Ernos standing over there and the woman standing and holding his head, you actually see that the woman is cradling the deer head in her lap and presses a kiss to his brow. And
their memories.
And she kisses him, and you hear the voice of Ernos comes out, and you can kind of hear him, and he goes, Alfion, I don't know what we'll do, but we have to bring them together. And Alfion, which is the name of this woman you assume, says, I love my people. I love them so much, and I think we can get them to get along. We can bring them together with the forest. We can bring them together. We can live in harmony. Everyone will accept it. And you guys hear and kind of sense there's a love between the two of them, and that they want to have peace between Weldstone, and they want to have peace between the forest. They want to bring them together to coincide and work together. And as that comes up, it kind of fades and gets dark again. And then you hear a snarling noise, and through this misty form comes through. And they're not like the angry spirits that you've seen covered in sludge and stuff. They're actually more of these chimera type beasts coming out and attacking the commoners that are just outside the Undying Thicket. You are no longer in this grove. You are actually near Weldstone, and you see these creatures coming out and just tearing people from their families and destroying them and chewing them up. And this is in front of you. What do you choose to do? You just see these monsters attacking the villagers.
This is a physical scene in front of us?
Yes.
Right now? Okay.
Yes.
I would just run, like, scream, stop, and then, like, run forward to the, like, where it's happening to try to, like, protect whoever.
So you are running up towards there. What does everyone else do?
I think Barnaby at this point is extremely confused. He doesn't know what is reality and what's
Rialto
not.
is very similar.
Okay, I would say that there are commoners kind of near you, villagers near you, and they are screaming. Obviously they're being attacked, but they're a little bit closer to you. Hazel is running in. You guys are kind of like portraying the scene. Would you like to look around? Would you like to go attack and help these people? Would you like to kind of talk to the villagers, or how would the rest of you like to
I'd like to roll insight on the chimera.
Go ahead and do an investigation instead.
17.
Okay. So you notice that these monsters aren't, again, like you know these attacks as being these sludgy, hate-filled, gross, demonic spirits coming from this forest, but you notice that these are actually like chimeric creatures that are coming out. And as you see them jumping and lurching at all these villagers, you actually notice this, like when they lurch and when the scene before you looks a little bit blurry. Like it just looks a little bit blurry. Hazel, you're actually running forward, and would you like to attack the monster that is tearing these people apart, or do you want to try to move people back, or how do you do it?
I'd probably be putting myself like, are they directly like jaws on a villager?
Yeah.
Oh, then I'm like trying to get in between that and break them apart.
Okay. You can run forward, and if you want to, you can either do an athletics to try to pull them apart, or you can roll an attack.
I'd probably roll an attack.
Okay.
21.
Okay, so as you run up, you go and you take your quarterstaff and you say, well, what would you like to say to this creature in a Hazel?
Get back out of here!
And you swing and you go and you hit it dead on the nose. And as you do that, your quarterstaff breaks and it turns and it grabs you. And Hazel, you take 80 points of damage.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry? You can't just like sip your coffee after that, cat!
Excuse me.
Cat!
Excuse me. No rolls or anything. Just you take 80 points of damage.
If I was 3 health points less, that would be me completely gone.
Oh, I'm sorry, 85 points of damage.
No!
Hazel, you are unconscious at the foot of this chimera.
No, as in, I mean, that would be insta-death.
That would be double.
Yeah, no, I said that.
Okay, oh no, chill!
Hazel's dead.
What?
I will see that and run towards Hazel. I don't know what's going on, but this is not good. Come. And I run towards Hazel as quick as I can and try to scoop her up and take her. Well, I don't know.
Okay,
dead, but...
go ahead and do athletics and then acrobatics.
Okay. So we'll do athletics first.
And Delphine, remember that you did what you rolled with the investigation.
Great.
Okay.
Athletics was a 17 and acrobatics. It's a 14. Oh, plus 7. It was a 14. God.
So you see this monster just chomp and actually just like take Hazel out, and Hazel is on the ground bleeding and just before your eyes, just not there at all. And Barnaby, you jump into action and you run out there. You jump forward and grab and scoop up this little gnome, and you run off. And you, as you kind of pass this monster, it kind of tries to bite you, but you are luckily fast enough that you are able to dodge out of the bite and run back with this little tiny gnome body in your arms.
I'll kind of run back towards the group with Hazel in my arms. We need to get out of here. I don't know what this is, but this is not where we're supposed to be. We need to run.
DM, I have a question.
Yes?
So Hazel still has protection from evil and good on her.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of creature is this that attacked her? Is
it is like a chimera type deal, but nothing that you really know of your knowledge.
Okay.
It does look like maybe it came like it is somehow connected to the forest, kind of like all the magical other creatures, but this is so weird because it's like not a sludgy, haunted like
Hazel
thing, but
currently, as far as I know, has protection against aberrations, celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead.
Mm-hmm.
Is this something that is not on that list, and therefore Hazel is still dead?
Hazel's dead right now.
Okay, great. Cool.
Shit.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, I have a question.
Don't worry, don't stress. It's just a party member dead. Don't stress.
We need to get out of here. I don't know what this is, but this is not where we're supposed to be. I look down at Hazel. We have to get Hazel help now.
Okay. I don't want to leave Barnaby and Rialto here. I could dimension door and take Hazel away, but that means I won't be able to know, like, I won't be able to take Rialto and Barnaby with us. Okay.
Do you say this out loud?
Yeah.
You're just thinking.
I'm thinking out loud, but also
if you can
I think,
take her and go, Delphine.
Okay.
We'll be
I'll take her.
okay. We'll
I'll
be
take
okay
her.
by ourselves.
I'll take her, and I scoop Hazel, and I dimension door 200 feet in a north direction.
Okay. You go ahead and you dimension door and you try to move 200 feet in a direction and the door opens and you step out and you are still in the same place.
Great. Are we?
Oh shit.
Fuck. Love that for me. Cool. Cool. Love it. Great.
Have anything to help here either. We need.
I wish I took different
feet.
feats.
I don't know what's going on, but we need to get out of here. It's seeing Delphine come through the door, back through like the dimensional portal.
Yeah.
It didn't
right
work.
In the same place.
It didn't work. It didn't work. And I take my like back cloak off and I put it on the ground and I put Hazel on top of the back cloak so that Hazel's not on the ground and like the cloak is getting blood on and I don't even care at this point.
So you take this cloak and this little tiny, very limp gnome body just kind of lays there and just kind of blood is gushing from her and it is staining your cloak on the ground.
With my predidigitation, can I make some bandages, please, DM?
Yep.
That's not.
Yep.
Oh.
So you go ahead.
I'm going to start
give it to
cover
you.
firing with my crossbow at just anything coming near us. I'm just going to start firing wildly. I don't care
Okay.
what range. If anything's coming near us,
So
I'm just
Barnaby
shooting.
goes ahead and there is now more chimeras kind of like coming around and swarming and just attacking this town. And Barnaby goes ahead and roll to attack.
Pew pew.
All right, so you go ahead and you take your crossbow and you are just angrily shooting at everyone. And all of a sudden, a flying chimera comes. It takes an arrow right in the side, turns at you and swipes at you. And you take 100 points of damage.
You're
Okay.
dead. You're dead because I'm the one who
dead.
has the most hit points out of all of us. You're
I'm
dead.
100%
Love
dead.
it, love it, love it. Can I
I'm
do
triple dead.
Can I do a I don't know what it's
Although
called.
you notice when this happens, Delphine, the same weird blur happens as they swipe at Barnaby and Barnaby tears apart and falls right in front of you, bloody everywhere. But you notice the same blur that you noticed from the far attacks happening to the villagers.
It's not real. Something is happening. They're making them unconscious in this plane, but they look dead, but they're not dead.
So
Don't attack them. Don't attack them. Do not attack. This is not real. This is an illusion. Just like the other two were illusions. Do not attack.
Delphine says this out loud and she says, "Do not attack them. This is an illusion. This is not real." And as soon as "not real" comes out of her mouth, you hear another laughter, a little and the little mist kind of starts covering and the scene changes. And Hazel, you kind of open your eyes and are like cowering because you remember getting bit. Barnaby, in the same sense, you also are very nervous waking up because you know you just got swiped and you kind of are feeling yourself and you're like, oh my God.
Oh God. Okay.
I actually am dead this time. It actually is the
no, you're here.
You're not dead. You're not dead.
And the scenery in front of you shifts and you're back in the forest, and there's still kind of cries of these animals being pushed into the forest. And you see that there are actually soldiers running into the forest and attacking the creatures that are there. They're running around, they're running away from these soldiers. And it's just a scene in front of you. And an enormous white wolf appears before you. Anybody want to roll a religion check?
Y'all roll one.
I want to roll one. I don't know if Hazel would be in the place to, though.
It does not want you to know anything.
Lit, I got a 5.
I feel like Barnaby's still shocked.
Roll
at
20
what
is
just
going in
happened, so he's not.
dice jail.
Yeah.
Roll 20s in dice jail.
13.
Almost.
I don't think Hazel would be able to. Like, she's just come back
You did the
from.
very first one. Actually, Delphine, you have the +3. Do advantage because Rialto's trying to kind of assist you.
Roll 20s and dice, Joe. I'm not doing it on there. Hold on.
Do a real dice. Do a real dice.
19 plus 3, 21.
There
22.
you go.
Right.
See?
So
That's all,
you both kind of look. You are taking in this scene and are just kind of shocked. One, you just saw both of your friends die in front of you. You had to shake yourself out of that panic and notice that this isn't real. This is fine. And you hear the laughter. You see the scene change in front of you, which is not real life. Like, that's not a thing that happens. But the scene changes, and you see that you are now in the forest again. And you remember, oh, we were by these pools. Oh, but we're not by these pools right now. We just see these animals, and they look like normal animals. They are not these spirit animals. They're just animals of the forest, and they're being chased away by these soldiers and everything. And this white wolf emerges from the forest, and you look, and it's a bright white shining wolf, bigger than normal, kind of like the deer god was. And you notice that this is a goddess, and you search all of your brain and you remember a story of this forest goddess. And you didn't know that they were really connected with Eranos in the same forest, but it is the goddess of the forest of Weldstone, or the Undying Thicket, and her name is Byreer. And you see her jump through, intervene, and start snapping at these mortals, at these soldiers that came to defile her forest.
Spirits.
And before we continue,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
we will take a break.
Got
Okay. Oh my goodness.
What is going on?
I think
That
I know
was
what's
so
going on. Delphine was gonna
stressful.
ask. I think I know what's going on.
God,
but
oh God.
Jeez.
I'll wait.
Okay.
I
Well,
will
after
find
break.
out.
there's a quick break, everybody. Quick break. Go
Okay.
get some snacks. Go do whatever. We'll be back in like 5 minutes. Welcome back, everybody. I just got told the joke that there was mushroom and rabbit stew on the menu, and I'm not over it. Welcome back.
Who said that?
I hope you all had a wonderful break. We're here to be killed again, I'm sure. So let's just jump into it. Oh wait, also Chaos Bar is halfway there. We don't need more chaos, but I guess you could if you want.
What
If you're
if?
feeling like you want to support us, and
Maybe season 2.
Yeah, there you go. Anyway, Cap. I'm scared. Go for it.
You sure you want me to?
No.
All right. So for those of you who may just be joining us, our players ran into this grove. There was a glowing stump in the middle, a nice green glow coming from it. There was a mound of vines and wood just kind of formed into a shape of a deer. Our players tried to mess with stuff, and they fell into all these pools, and now they have reemerged, and they ended up in this forest. Saw the deer god Eranos discussing things with Alfion, and they actually kind of found out that there might be some sort of loving relationship between the two of them, and that they're trying to make the forest and Weldstone coexist and just work together in that. And then as they were seeing all this change, they saw a change in the scene in front of them, and there were chimeras actually attacking the town of Weldstone. And Hazel jumped into action, going to save a villager that was actually in the mouth of one of the chimeras. And as she went and hit them, she got bit and died right in front of the eyes of her friends.
Neato.
Barnaby, seeing his best friend be eaten in front of him, jumps into action, goes, runs, grabs Hazel, and her limp little gnome body was carried in his arms right back to the group, and she was sat on top of Delphine's bat cape and was just kind of bleeding out on it. And Barnaby, in a fit of anger, started shooting at all of the creatures around, and a flying chimera actually took the blunt of one of his arrows and swiped down and got him with their claws, and Barnaby was ripped to shreds in front of Delphine's and Rialto's eyes. As Delphine was watching the scene and seeing all these monsters come in and ripping people to shreds and attacking her own friends, she actually noticed that there was a little bit of a weird blur happening, and Rialto was getting ready to go and defend his friends, and make sure that no one else got hurt. And before he struck into action, Delphine stopped him and said, "Something's not right. This isn't real." And as those words were spoken, the scene changed. And in front of them, they were no longer in Wildstone, but instead in a forest, back in the Undying Thicket. And they saw that there was all the forest creatures that were running and being hit by the soldiers, and soldiers were coming in and taking over the forest. And as this is happening, a large white wolf, perhaps 3 times the size of our players, jumps out and is growling and snapping at these mortals and attacking the soldiers that are coming into this forest. And you can hear her yelling and screaming that these mortals have no right to defile the forest. They have no right to be in there, and they have no right to be attacking these innocent creatures.
Is this
as you all are taking in the scene? Yeah.
Is this the same scene that we saw when we initially got here?
Yes. So
Okay.
it's somewhat. Yes. I'm
Yeah.
adding in a little bit more as you guys come
Okay,
in.
gotcha.
The wolf comes forward and is shouting at all these humans and snapping at these soldiers that are trying to get all of these forest creatures. And as you see this and you are taking this all in, the scene begins to shift again. And you hear the little laugh, and it clouds.
Spirits.
And in front of you, there's a different scene. You actually see a group of soldiers right now. You are back in the grove. You see a group of soldiers surrounding Alfian, the woman that was with Ernos, the deer god.
Mm-hmm.
And you see them all surrounding her and kind of threatening her. And you can see one of them having a sword right in her chest. And as you guys are too far away to do anything, you kind of start moving a little bit closer, and you're not really sure. There's just like a kind of a hustle and bustle happening. And you see this soldier bring its sword up and stab it right through her. And you see the life drain from Alfian's eyes.
Oh.
And you see the sword go straight through this woman. And he brings the sword back out, and she collapses right in the middle of this grove.
Yo, fuck the soldiers, honestly.
What did you just do? Wait.
It's not real. Hazel, it's not real. It's a memory. It's a memory. I don't know why the spirits are showing this to us, but they're memories. They're things that have happened here. Spirits, why are you showing this to us?
The history of this conflict.
I think the forest wants us to know the pain it's been through.
Maybe the truth that we're not being told.
Yeah.
You guys kind of look, and you're looking around, and nothing's really changing right now. But you do see the body on the ground, and you hear the soldiers mumbling something. And would you like to check out the scene or talk to the spirits? Or
I don't want to die, so I'd like to talk to the spirits.
Okay. Go ahead and try to whatever you would like to say to the spirits.
Are you showing this to us because you want us to help you? If yes, knock over a tree branch.
Oh, Delphine, we tried this thing.
Yeah, we did.
Where we would ask them to laugh, and they would laugh, and I just wanted to make sure that.
Okay, great, cool.
Okay.
If you want us to, if you're showing this to us so that we can help you, laugh.
Oh, that does seem a bit strange, actually, in this situation.
Well, they laughed when they dragged us all in the pools, and I don't think that was them being mean. It's fine, I think.
There isn't necessarily a laugh that happens. Just kind of quiet, and you just hear the mumbling of the soldiers ahead of you.
He's saying something important, something we need to hear.
If you'd like to listen in, you can.
I'd like to step closer, not close enough that they can hear me, but close enough so that I can hear kind of them, and I'd like to roll perception if possible.
Perfect.
11. Actually, JK, I'd like to take one of my portent rolls because I have an 11 for a portent roll and add 5, so 16.
So you get a little bit closer and you try to hear what they're saying under their breath. And as you get closer and you're listening, you can just hear one word, and it's kind of bouncing around the crowd, and they're all just kind of mumbling it, and you just hear them saying, traitor, 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 traitor.
They're saying she's a traitor because she betrayed their town. Because her loyalty lied with the Force. We watched her as we watched the Delphine's like trying really hard to like make sense of the story, and like she's talking too fast for it to, like she's thinking too fast for it to come out properly. Yeah. So we watched the story of Alpheon go into the forest with the deer, and the deer god and Alpheon were talking about bringing peace between the forest and the town. And then we watched as Alpheon was really angry at the town, and said that she hates everyone in the town. And then we watched this scene now where she's getting killed. And, so maybe the anger's coming from, I don't know, maybe
no,
maybe the deer god.
I think Alpheon was in well, no, I don't know if in love, but with
That's what I'm saying. I think
Anos,
they
but
were in love.
the Chimera, they attacked the village.
Right.
So the soldiers maybe thought that was her and Ernos attacking them, not wanting peace. So I don't think the soldiers are calling her a traitor because they lied about peace.
I think they did want peace, though.
Oh no, I don't think she was lying, but I think from the soldiers' point of view, it definitely seems like she was.
Thought that she was lying because they were attacked.
I think the chimeras weren't from the forest.
I agree.
A creature that's not natural to a forest such as this. It must be a misunderstanding that broke out into quite a conflict.
I agree. Yeah, Barnaby.
The question is, where did these chimeras come from? Who provoked them or sent them into the village, and why? And why did they cause this chaos to unfold?
Well, maybe the chimera stuff happened after. Maybe it happened after this happened.
Potentially. I'd like to think that what we saw was in order, but I'm not quite sure.
I don't think so, because we saw her hating the town, and then we saw her defending the town and saying that she loved the town and that she loves her people and that she wanted peace. And so it's out of order. And so maybe the chimera stuff happened because Alpheon got murdered.
It's true, but I don't see where these would be native creatures to this forest. I've seen many creatures in my day, but that...
Gods can invoke whatever they want, Barnaby. They can create creatures out of nothing. They can summon things out of nothing. I mean, we saw at the river where fish just lied at the bottom, and then there's a sludge beast underneath it.
This is true. It's weird, though. We've come across creatures, many creatures, that have this hateful, sludgy, demonic type energy. I figured those would be the creatures invoked by the forest to fight back. It seems like these chimeras, again, I just get the feeling that they just weren't part of the forest plan. I feel like there's something else afoot.
But if they weren't part of the forest, then where did they come from? And
well, that's the question.
where are they now?
Also the question.
Ronath didn't seem like he wasn't angry towards the forest, was he?
He was angry that his men were dying.
But this whole thing started centuries ago. And I don't know if some old general would have made that play of risking the townspeople just for an excuse to fight the forest. That seems pointless.
I mean, we've seen that they just kept coming in here and being angry and not trying to solve anything with the forest.
Well, they are trying to solve it now. But if your people were killed by creatures that you thought were from the forest, you probably wouldn't be happy either.
Right. I don't know. I just feel like there's a lot of, it's not just black and white, you know?
Most definitely. Wisps, is there anything else you can show us?
Kind of start looking around, and you're trying to talk to these little wisps, and I'm gonna have you go ahead and roll. Let's do an investigation check.
Okie dokie. Oh, that's a 9.
Oh, shit. Okay.
No.
I also rolled an investigation check. Let's do this one. Never mind. It was a 2.
No, y'all. Okay. So Hazel, you look around and you're trying to just kind of like see, can you see any of these spirits? Can you find anything weird about this scene? And you look at the soldiers, and like you said, this happened centuries ago. So you do see a few of the same crests that you've seen on Ronith's, armor, but it does look like a lot older, a lot more worn down, just like a different style that was probably from centuries ago. And you look at oh my goodness, I lost my notes. You look at Alfian, there we go. You look at Alfian and you actually notice that it looks a little bit distorted where she's been stabbed. And you look on the ground around her, and it looks like a lot more blood than would happen with just like one stab of a sword.
Can I? Does the blood look darker than normal blood looks?
Do another investigation check, since you're more specifically looking at this blood.
19 plus 3.
Okay.
21.
You look at this blood,
Okay.
and it doesn't look like bright red or anything, or like, that dark red that you would be used to. It actually looks a little
Black, per se?
blackish,
That's what I thought.
but
Okay,
a little
cool.
bit distorted on where you're looking. It looks a little bit fuzzy, blurry, whatever, but yeah, it's more of a black color.
She's
So-
bleeding sludge.
And I'm assuming it looks very similar to the creatures that we've seen before.
Yeah, you would say it looks a
Yeah.
little bit thicker than blood. It looks a little,
A little like sludge. Yeah.
a little
She was
sludgy.
overtaken
Yeah, a
by
little sludgy.
rage.
Yeah.
She was
I
fighting
mean-
back.
She was overtaken by rage and also stabbed by a weapon that was being wielded by someone also overtaken by rage.
That does make more sense about why this.
Cricket, please.
Cricket's like, chaos.
I'm in the middle of a very serious conversation.
That look at you was just like,
Literally said, parent, I want attention right now.
Cricket would like to monologue. Thank you very much. It's not Rialto's turn.
He's like, you've been talking this entire freaking time. Give someone else a chance. Anyway,
What was I saying? That would make more sense why the sludge only seems to respond to anger and rage if this
That's
is
the
where it,
birth of it. Yeah.
So we think that all of the angry creatures kind of came from this moment.
Yeah. Or these collective moments. Right?
question still remains for me is who provoked who? And was it a provocation that was a misunderstanding? Were these chimera-like creatures from the forest? Were they from somewhere else? I'm still hung up on that part. It just doesn't seem like something that the forest would send to attack. Maybe I'm wrong, but...
Wisps, can you show us the origin?
So you all are kind of questioning stuff, and you notice something just like seems very odd. And Barnaby, with you specifically being like, it doesn't really make sense. Like the chimera, like we've never seen these before. We haven't seen any of this before. This is so odd. Oh no. You start to just kind of like question things, and as you question the scene before you, you notice it kind of starts around the dark, muddled, bloody puddle, and it kind of starts to distort and fog and mist through, and the scene changes once again. And you're actually in the middle of this forest, and you see no one around you. Who wants to roll a perception check?
Me.
All right.
10.
It's my other D20. Okay.
Natural 20! All right. So, Hazel, you kind of look around and you're looking, and Delphine, you notice something's off. One, you're looking in the forest doesn't really look like it normally does. Like, you're not in this grove that you've been in. You're not in these weird big thickets that you've been in at all. And it looks more almost jungly. Like there's vines everywhere. And you kind of look at your group and you're like, something's weird. And you notice that your group is looking a little bit shorter than they normally do.
Oh no.
And as you're staring at them, you notice them start to sink a little bit, and you look down, and there are vines. There are vines wrapping around your feet.
I thought we were turning into chickens.
Hannah, I thought the exact same thing. I was like, cat's turning us into chickens.
Am I close enough to literally anyone?
We have one more session, y'all.
Am I close enough to literally anyone right now? Am I close enough to Hazel? Actually,
I would say that you guys came through together. You're like within 5 feet of Hazel.
I would like to grab Hazel and Dimension Door once again out of the vines.
Nice.
Okay. You go to step forward, and as you go to step forward and grab Hazel to Dimension Door, you go ahead and do a sleight of hand.
Cool. 5.
Oh no.
All right, so you notice something is off. You go to grab Hazel, and as you go to grab Hazel and move your arm, a large vine flings out and grabs your arm and pulls you to the ground, and you are currently vined up and your arm is immobile.
Is my other arm free?
I don't know, is it? Do a nice little sleight of hand.
I mean, okay. 16.
All right. So your other arm is pretty mobile, and as you kind of shoot it out, you notice with your movement, this vine on your arm is actually getting a lot tighter and pulling you faster to the ground.
Hazel, I need you to reach your arm to my arm as far as you can.
I'm trying!
And I'm like, as far as I can.
I'm gonna rabbit hop.
Okay, you try to rabbit. Okay. Hazel starts reaching. Hazel, go ahead and you do sleight of hand. Barnaby,
Okay.
you go ahead and you try to move. Do an athletics check.
Do I have anything to help you? Actually, I would like to pour it and make that an 8 at least.
Oh no. Oh no.
Okay.
Oh no. Okay, so
Okay.
Hazel shoots her hand forward, trying to reach, and a vine comes out and grabs it and pulls it down towards the ground. Hazel, you are now vined up on your arms, vined up on your legs. Delphine, you are in the same way, vined up on your arm, vined up on your legs. You are reaching forward. And as you reach forward again, you felt like it tightened on your arm to try to pull you back down to the ground. Barnaby, you go ahead and you try to hop, and you notice that as you go and jump in the air with the force that you muster up to jump out, the vines tighten and actually sink you into the ground more, and you are currently probably at your shoulders in these vines.
I'm gonna dimension door by myself. I'm very sorry. I'm gonna dimension door so I can get out.
Kill them all!
No, because I can't, because I'm a spellcaster, so I can't do anything if I'm lined up.
No, it's fine. I get it.
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
So this is the only time I'm ever gonna do this, really, because I normally just like try to. What do you need to do to dimension door? Like, is it?
I need to. Okay, so it says you teleport yourself from your current location to any other spot within range.
It is just verbal.
Yes, it is just verbal.
Okay, perfect. That's all I need to know. Okay,
Wait,
you
it
go
doesn't say.
ahead.
Wait. It doesn't say that I need to necessarily be touching anyone.
Okay.
It says I can also bring one willing creature that is near my size. And I'm going to take Rialto. And here's why. Rialto can't do anything if he's also tied up.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to take Rialto, and we're going to dimension door out of the vines.
All right. So Delphine, Rialto, you say your lovely spell, and you dimension door out of there. You zip out. Hazel and Barnaby, you just saw two of your friends just disappear. They're out. Barnaby, all you have is your head above these vines. Hazel, you are slowly.
I would like to cast Speak with Plants.
Okay.
Please could you stop this? I really don't find this very pleasant or enjoyable, and I would love to have a conversation with you. Maybe we could have tea together, not at a pub or at a pub. I don't mind, but please.
Definitely get tea at a pub.
You could have tea at a pub. And then it says,
vine.
but come down with us.
No, I don't want to.
Hazel, help.
Please stop. At least not with the bunny.
Barnaby,
At least not the bunny.
As you keep struggling trying to get out, it actually pulls you faster, and you go down below. But you have found yourself in a room.
Oh.
You can actually see and look up, and you see little hazily feet, covered in vines, of course, kicking and coming through the ceiling that you are in, and you see her up above you, struggling and screaming at these
her
plants.
feet and pull her down.
Why couldn't you have just told her to come down with you?
Because I'm already down.
I literally was like, don't take the bunny, I'll die for him. And you're like,
Oh my god.
All right,
But now I know
so
it's safe.
Hazel's like, oh my gosh, freaking out. And all of a sudden she feels something very tight on her ankle. And Hazel, what do you do? Okay, you do a nice little scream. You're screaming at these plants, and all of a sudden you feel a pull, and you plop, and you fall to the ground. You two are in a room. It does have a nice little hallway, and
Hannah, is that 4? Is that 4?
we're at 400.
What? Oh,
I don't know what is happening.
There's so much chaos.
Quadruple
Holy
chaos.
crap. Thank
You're
you so
streaming
much,
until
all.
10 p.m.
I don't know what's happening.
Barnaby and Hazel have been brought into this room. There are dim lights. It kind of looks like it's kind of stone and dirt, just underground room. And there is one door, and it has a sign above the door.
What the heck?
We will come back to you.
Okay.
Delphine and Rialto.
You show up and they're just gone?
You have just dimension doored away, and you are currently in the middle of this forest, and you kind of notice that you've brought yourself into an area, and it's just like very, very thick walls of forest and like leaves and vines and everything.
I'm sorry that I keep doing that. I know that it's very scary. I don't mean to startle you. But you're a monk. You can't do anything if you're tied in vines.
No, I got it.
Are you good? Are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Where's
I would
Hazel
like to-
and Barnaby?
I don't know. I would like to do some kind of investigation to see where we are and how close we are to where we were before.
I mean,
If
if
possible.
we're honest, I would love to know where you are right now.
Okay, perfect. Love that.
Not something you want to hear the DM say.
17 plus 3, 20. Cat.
Oh.
20? Okay.
Yeah.
So you are looking around and you do feel like it's a little bit like more similar to the forest than the undying thicket that you were used to. You don't hear any like of the spirit laughter or anything. But you also like you just don't like you're not in a part of the forest that you've been in. You don't know if you're like just super, super deep in it, but you are seemingly trapped in this foresty little bulb that you've transported yourself to.
This is new.
It may be best for us to try and find the other two so that we don't stay
Yes.
separated for too long.
You're right. Should we how close is this? Do we know? I don't even know what direction we would go in. I didn't mean to teleport us that far. I literally only meant to teleport us right outside the vines.
Oh, okay. So this was unnecessary. Okay.
This
okay.
was not
Okay.
planned.
Cool.
I literally only meant to teleport us right outside the vines.
Okay.
So
Okay. This is fine. This is fine. Okay. How about we?
first of all, she's gonna grab Rialto's face.
Yes. Hi.
She's gonna grab Rialto's face. Hi. Hello. I need you to take a breath. Okay. Out.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's just holding it in. Like,
She's like, out. Hello. we good? Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Let's just retrace our steps then. Okay. So maybe if we just okay, we'll choose one direction and just walk that way.
Cool.
Okay.
Hold on. Actually, I would like to do something.
Do you have some sort of spell that could potentially help us find them?
I would like to do something. Can I cast locate creature on Barnaby?
How far does that work?
1,000 feet.
It is 1,000 feet.
It's 1,000 feet.
You've gone 200 feet.
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
Okay. Lit. Okay,
Wait,
I cast locate Barnaby. Locate
Okay.
creature.
So you locate Barnaby is my favorite spell. So you cast locate creature, and you are looking for Barnaby, and Barnaby actually seems like he is to your west, and not on the same like physical plane. Like he's not on the same grounding as you. He looks like he's underground.
Oh, they went somewhere. Oh God. We left them to their own devices. They went somewhere. They're west.
Is
they're
there
underground.
still- okay,
they're
they're still-
underground.
To be fair, the vines were pulling y'all down.
I know,
so
that's true.
You don't know if they're in vines or what, but yeah.
So they're not dead.
They're under. No, I don't know. We don't know. The vines are pulling us down, and
then let's go. Let's find our friends.
and then we go. We book it. We go.
Okay, so you try to run over to the west, and as you run, you go to push the leaves out of the way. They don't move.
I'm sorry.
The thick walls of the forest do not move.
Oh boy.
I have.
Some might say they are thick.
Cool.
Into the thick of it.
Into the thick of it.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait, I need someone to clip that. I want that to be a TikTok.
Oh, anyway.
I'm so sorry. Anyway.
So, Delph, we were traveling through the woods and on and on. Okay, anyway. So, the walls aren't moving. Okay.
But like they're not. They're like you try to reach and like pull these vines to the side, and they just don't budge.
Sorry, I'm literally looking all over my character sheet to see if there's literally anything I can do.
You're good. So y'all have realized that you are in. Do you have an idea, or do you want time to think? If you have an idea of what to do, I can stay in this scene.
I'm good. I don't have anything.
I'm good. I'm gonna look for now.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all keep looking. You try to figure out how to get out of this nice little plant wall area. Hazel and Barnaby, you're in this room. I've just realized the two different groups that we got separated in. I've just connected.
Yeah.
Okay, this is good. Okay, so you are in this dimly lit. There are torches on the wall room. It looks stony, dirt-ish. There is a door in front of you, and there is a wooden sign right above it.
Barnaby. Sorry.
You look at it. No, you're good. You look at it, and all it says across, written in fancy letters, but common, so both of you understand it, so it's very elegant and beautiful, is it says, "Feathered friends." And then there's kind of like some scribbles around there.
Feathered friends.
Feathered friends. So Barnaby reads it, I guess, and looks at Hazel. Well, welcome. This is the Feathered Friends Emporium.
Well, yes, well, thank you so much. Barnaby, I feel like do you not like me?
What do you mean?
Sometimes it just feels... Really?
Of course.
Well, sometimes it just feels like you're trying to kill me.
No, I fell down into the vines and I realized, well, we're good, so I pulled you down with me.
Well, I don't know if we are good. What?
Well, that's a good point, but a rabbit once told me that if you're in danger, do something about it. So I did something about it.
And you brought me
now we're
into the
here.
danger.
Well, we're not in danger right now, are we?
Well, Barnaby, we're not feathered.
Well, I have fur, and you have mushrooms. Close enough.
Okay, Barnaby, I feel like you're being a little bit silly, but I am fine with it. Okay, here are two options. One, we just go through the door. Two, I turn into a bird and we go through the door.
I like the way you think, Hazel.
Ooh.
Because if one of us is a feathered friend...
I can, like, vouch for you. Well, I won't be able to speak when I'm a bird, but I'll just look really happy to see you.
What if you turn into a giant bird? Well, could a giant bird fit?
Could I fit through the door?
Oh, true, the door, yeah. Okay, but maybe if I put, like,
Do you want to put the saddle on me again?
I definitely was not thinking that. Why would you believe such a irrational thought? What if I tied a leather strap around my arm, like one of those falconeers, and you turned into a little falcon and sat on my arm?
What if I turned into a big falcon and you were my prey and I held you in my claw and I was like, feathered friends, look what I've brought us.
But I don't like that idea at all.
But falcons eat rabbits.
Exactly why I don't like that idea.
Oh.
But if you turn into a feathered friend and we go through the door regardless, we might be more welcome. I like that idea.
Wait, okay. So what am I turning into in the
Whatever
end?
you please.
A bird.
Just a type of bird.
Sorry, that chat is still going. Oh my lord. We're at 500, just so you know.
Okay,
Just
this is so much chaos.
Okay. I'm gonna use my wild shape, and I'm gonna turn into a giant owl. Like an owl that's like the height of the door.
Okay. You go ahead, wild shape, into this massive owl. and you go to walk through the door. And as you do, it kind of zaps you and pushes you back, and you take 1 point of damage.
Oh.
Oh,
Well, that looked like it hurt. Maybe feathered friends aren't allowed in the store. It looks at the owl Hazel. Kind of pats the owl Hazel on the head. Let's maybe I'm going to can I investigate the door a little more and see if I can see anything relevant
Go ahead and roll.
or interesting?
over 600.
Oh God!
How did?
Roll 20s in dice jail today.
Oh no. Okay.
I like these rolls. So
I bet you do, DM. I bet you do.
Is this my favorite session? I don't know. So you go a little bit closer to the door and you're looking at it and you see the feathered friends, and then you kind of see the little scribbles that you saw are actually like people's scribbles. But you can't really tell what the people are doing or what's happening. It's just a mess, kind of
Scribbles?
from where you're looking.
Is there anything else in the room that is like obvious without having to like investigate it besides this door? Like looking around, is there anything that's just like there that
There's like some print on the walls and stuff. Like it looks like there's some sort of like design on the walls, but you can't really tell what it is.
Can I, using my owl hearing, and can I hear anything far, like anything at all?
With your owl hearing,
I have advantage on perception checks that rely on hearing or
I
sight.
feel like owls have like really, really good hearing, probably like 200 feet at least. And you can hear Delphine and Rialto going, "Oh my God, they've been taken by the vines. We left them to die." And that's all you can hear, far in the distance.
I'm gonna try to open the door myself.
Okay. So Barnaby walks up to the door and you go to open it and it zaps you 1 HP.
Damn it. Okay. Well, I don't know if we're gonna be able to get past this door. Feathered friends only. What if I'm gonna use one charge of the Dusted Disappearance on myself, and then again try to open the door.
Okay.
Oh.
I don't know.
Okay. You Dust of Disappearance it, and you still go and touch the door, and as you try to open the door, take 1 HP of damage, it zaps you.
Jesus.
And pushes you back, by the way.
Ah,
And absolutely not.
Can I, as the owl, fly upwards? Can I headbutt the vines?
Yeah, so you go up to headbutt the vines. You fly upwards trying to headbutt the vines, and the vines actually slap you back and push you down to the ground.
I mean,
These are the sassiest vines I've ever seen.
Oh my goodness.
gosh.
They're like, $700 worth of sass.
Oh my goodness. Can I do an Arcana check on our leaves and vines?
Yes, you can.
Would Thieves Can't help me at all?
Oh my
trying to
God.
figure out what these messages mean on the
24,
wall.
Kat?
Okay. Thieves Can't won't help you because that's more like language, and I don't think any language is really up there.
Okay.
So with 24, you look and you notice that there might be some magic to this, but you're not really sure what's happening, but it is more of like a trap, like it's purposely trapped you there. So it makes sense that you couldn't really like push them out of the way.
Can I do a nature check after you're done with the scene with Hazel and Barnaby? Yeah, we can come back to me. I think I just might have an idea.
Okay. So Barnaby, you're looking around. Hazel, would you like to do perception or investigation or anything on this?
I get as a giant owl, I get advantage on perception, but that kind of was the I mean, I can do it. Or that kind of was the hearing. I don't mind if you want.
Yeah, you can do another because that one was more focused on trying to listen and hear something. This is
15 because like thank God.
Okay, so with that, you noticing you can hear your friends in the far distance, you are kind of looking around and trying to get out, and you look at the sign again, and you notice as well, you also see the people on the wooden sign above the door, and they look like they're dancing, like their arms are like to their side, and they're like some of them have their arms back, some of them have their arms forward, and then there's also kind of like feathers around and little squiggled chickens around.
Oh my fucking God!
I cannot believe.
Scratch.
And yeah, that's you kind of notice, and then you also look around the room and you notice that there's like prints all over this stony dirt room, and they look like there's 3 claws and kind of like a back, and there's
I'm
like
so mad at you.
all over
Can I wild shape into a chicken?
You absolutely can. You absolutely can.
Is it a regular?
Now I have to Google chicken 5e to know my stats.
Wait, is there a giant? Oh, can you turn into a giant?
Can I?
Giant chicken.
Giant chicken
Just
5e.
like Chocobo.
Yeah, I'm a chocobo!
You're a chocobo.
I'm so happy right now. The gargantuan chicken 5e D&D. Oh God! I'll just be a chicken. I'm
sure that there are chocobo stats. I'm sure that someone somewhere has homebrewed. Hold on. I'm sure that's
Why not?
There's abyssal chickens, which are carnivorous and temperamental.
There are.
Food.
There are. I have
I'm just a
stumbled upon
chicken.
them.
I found them.
You can use. Let me double check those. You can use those stats just as a normal chicken.
Okay, yeah.
We'll give you that, the abyssal chicken.
Oh,
So you turn into the a small little chicken, well, normal sized chicken, and you are flapping around and barking. If you'd like to bark. Just so I know you're a chicken. Yeah, perfect. Okay, and you
Cat's like, Bach, what are you doing?
And you
I'm waiting. Do you want another 85 health gone?
Dance, chicken, dance.
forward. And you try to touch the door, and the door in front of you actually, like, you don't even run into something. You just pass through it
Oh.
and end up on the other side. Barnaby, you are now the only one in this room.
Well, shit. I'm gonna try to go through the door as well.
Are you doing anything? Like, are you just normally walking forward, or?
I'm going to dance like a chicken
No
and
way.
go bark, 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 and try to follow Hazel in and go bark, bark.
Oh my God! The thing on the
Starts dancing and barking and walking forward, and as you walk forward, you kind of tense and get ready for the door to shock you, and as you walk forward and you press into the door, you phase right through it.
Are you kidding me?
And
we just had to look at the sign and that they were doing this, and we. Oh my God!
Oh my.
so you come through and you see a little tiny chicken waving their hands or waving their arms and their wings and whatever. And Barnaby, you come through, bok, 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 and you phase through the door and you go up, and it's kind of just like a tunnel that leads upwards. And as you guys are in there, we will actually zoom on over to Delphine and Rialto.
Okay, I would like to do a nature check on the vines to see how they are meshed together.
Okay.
Specifically.
Yeah.
If I roll a 2 on these dice one more fucking time, that's a 5. That's a 5. Cool.
Okay. How are you with nature, Rialto?
I am -1. I could try to roll, but
Okay, you can try. You could. I mean, I would
let's-
assume that both of you are trying to like figure out these things together. So.
Lit. Cool.
Sick. Okay, so we have a 2 and a 3. Is that?
I took a 5 with my modifier.
Five.
Thank you
Okay,
very
yeah.
much.
No, that was. So with the 5, you probably know the same as a 2. You are looking at these vines, and they really don't look any different than like normal vines. You think? You're kind of at a loss. You don't know anything about these vines. You know that there's some sort of magical property about them because of your last check, but you don't like the nature part of it, the vines, how they're
Can I
intertwined, what they're doing.
Try to persuade the vines to move. I will roll persuasion.
That's a good idea.
I would like to ask them very politely to part for us.
Can I assist you?
I'll roll if Kat allows it. I'll roll with advantage so that we can
Rialto
try
will,
and
like,
persuade the vines.
Whatever Delphine is saying, Rialto will be like, yes, I totally like what I've seen her do that. She's she's like the
Yeah, let me do shenanigans.
She's so great
Yeah,
with
I know.
vines.
I'm trying to figure out. Yes, you can try to talk. I mean, you've talked to chickens. Yeah, sure. Go
Yeah.
ahead. Talk to the vines.
16 plus 5, 21.
Jesus
Okay.
Christ.
Okay, so I will go up to the vines and I'll like lay my hands on them. Please don't kill me. I'll lay my hands on them and I'll just be like, great nature vines. I ask of thee, like trying to do some magic shit. I ask of thee to please part so that we may find our friends and continue to try.
Rialto's going to use
Continue to try to help the forest.
and Rialto's going to use shape water to help like sprinkle water all over the scene, so it's like kind of magical, and it's like, you know, watering the plants as it's happening. I don't know, maybe they like that. They're vines.
Okay,
They're
so
like
you're
the
trying
water.
to kind of sweet talk these plants because you're giving them water, and
Yeah.
Delphine is talking very nicely to them. Okay. Okay, you start to see the vines loosen up a little bit. They haven't completely moved out of the way, but you do notice a little, like the tense that was in the vines that was trapping you in, they kind of loosen up and they look a little more open and movable.
Can I try and part the vines? And I'll like say like, excuse me, I'm going to try to part you. Please feel free to stop me if you do not want me to do this. And like very gently try to part the vines.
Okay. So you put your arms in there and they move to the side. And yeah, you're able to kind of like push them out of the way.
Cool. I will walk through.
Okay, so you start walking through and you pause. Chat, you are wild right now.
Wait, if we are gonna,
What is
Can I go pee?
going on? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We're gonna take another quick break. A really quick break. I promise.
Cat has to
chaos for you.
create
I promise.
I
Long
think
stream, long stream.
I think
long stream.
we're, if that's okay, everyone, I think we're gonna go longer because of everything going on. Are y'all good for that? Do you
Yeah,
wanna
are
do
y'all
that?
good for a little bit longer?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
totally
Be
good.
good.
I'm down.
Vibing.
I'm
I have to
good.
double check something, but I should be good.
Okay.
Yeah,
so-
double check. I can figure it out. However,
Yes.
whoever needs to peace out or whatever, I can do it.
Chat, you've actually managed to force us into another break for chaos.
Yeah,
This
you
is wild.
literally
I don't-
broken me like I'm trying to figure out more chaos.
I don't even know where we are. Like, I don't know what's going on.
I don't know
Oh.
Like, is this
was
level
lost
2?
today.
Yeah. You full ascended us into just oblivion.
Oh my god. Right, everyone go break.
I
We'll
knew
be
that's what
back.
you need to do.
We'll be back so soon. Hi. Hey, chat.
Chat, what's that? Chat, what's that?
Chat, what the fuck?
Chat, what's that? Chat, what the fuck? Hey, chat.
Hey,
Hi.
is everyone doing all right tonight?
Hi.
I am here for you, chat. Let me tell you, I'm
That's
just
Anna. Y'all good? Are y'all good? I'm worried about y'all. I'm concerned. I'm very concerned.
I'm gonna be honest. You might want to be more worried about y'all than chat.
I'm gonna die. It's fine. TPK, let's go. Wait, does that mean I get to bring another character and then speak?
We just have a completely new character selection.
We've ever done the very last episode with completely new party members.
We just restart the entire freaking
It's
campaign
fine.
again with new characters.
We'll do 3 more episodes with the new characters.
We go through the same exact story that we've just
Same
done, but
exact
with
story.
the other.
We'll just pretend. Oh my god.
Please know I thrive on chaos, and I love all of you for this so much. So, where are our
Thank
characters
you.
right now? We have just have Delphine and Rialto walk out of these vines and into who knows what. We haven't gotten there yet, but we also have Hazel and Barnaby that just did a chicken dance and walked into this tunnel that seems to be going upwards. Who do we like to start with? Who wants dibs on where we're going right now?
I want to know where we're going. I want to know what happened.
Yeah.
All right. So Delphine and Rialto, you guys have just walked through these vines and you kind of open it up and it looks like you've walked kind of into like a pastury area. One of you roll perception.
This dice is going in dice show. I rolled a fucking 3, which makes it an 8.
I rolled a 1.
Oh, not one. Ooh.
Okay, well with that, I will say that you don't really see anything, but I would say that you probably hear bop, bop, bop.
My chickens.
Oh my.
My chickens.
Are they the reason why we couldn't walk? What's happening?
No, I don't think they were the reason. I just
Okay,
think that they happen to be here.
There's a lot happening right now. I just wanted to make sure we're
There's a
on the
lot
same
happening
page.
right now.
Night chickens of the lunar region. And she like calls out to see if any of them appear.
None
No
of the chickens
chickens?
appear. Mm-mm.
Okay, it might just be random chickens then. It might not be my specific chickens. Cool.
Do you guys want to walk forward? Do you want to keep investigating, looking around?
Yeah, I
or-
want to do a little
kinda-
a sneaky investigation.
Okay,
sneaky
so you
investigation.
kind of start walking forward and go ahead and investigate.
10.
Okay, I thought you rolled like really low. I was like, oh, Jude, you gotta.
No, I
find
had
you
to
guys.
do math. I was like 7. Well, these are from multiple sets. Like multiple sets are just rolling 2s.
Throw them all away. Throw them all away. You have walked forward and you notice that there's kind of like grains around all over. And you also see a lot of footprints and they look like chicken footprints. However, amidst the multiple tiny little chicken footprints, as you would expect to see, especially hearing chickens, you see really big chicken footprints.
Okay. Huh. All right. Well, that doesn't seem normal at all.
Can I just go in the direction of where the footprints are going?
Oh yeah. You can absolutely move forward. So you guys, Rialto, do you follow with?
Yes, I follow.
So you guys start walking and you do hear clucking off in the distance. And you keep going and you start seeing kind of like some torches pop up and it looks like there's maybe a pathway. And you start seeing like buildings ahead of you.
Okay.
And you've been walking for a while, by the way, by just following all of these chicken footprints. You start seeing more feathers. You start seeing more seed on the ground. you all of a sudden start seeing these buildings, which kind of look like chicken coops, which is really weird. You see these chicken coops, and then there's like really giant chicken coops. And you start walking forward, and we are going to Hazel and Barnaby. So Hazel and Barnaby, you are coming up through this tunnel. You walk forward, and I assume you just keep walking down the tunnel, since, I mean, it seems the only way you guys can go. Okay. So you start walking forward. You both are still dancing, being chickens. Hazel, you're still in chicken form, right?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So you are still walking forward. Barnaby, you are clucking, you are going forward, and you start going up, and you raise up, and you're above ground again. And you look around, and you see a ton of feathers. Do another perception check, or one of you do a perception check.
Do you want to? You can do it.
I got it.
Barnaby
Yeah.
did it. I was like,
18.
Barnaby got it. So Barnaby, you look up and you see a bunch of chicken feathers. You see a bunch of chicken scratch. And just like Delphine saw, you see a bunch of chicken footprints and also giant chicken footprints. And you see kind of a path going forward in an opening of the trees. And you hear a lot of clucking. You hear buck, 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 like further in the distance through those trees.
Hazel, I think we found the. I think we found the chicken commune.
Chicken commune.
I think we found the chicken gods. I don't know what this has to do with anything, but I think we found them. You can change out of a chicken at any time, I'm pretty sure, by the way. I don't know if you'd like to stay like that or...
It changed back into me. Well, I kind of enjoyed that.
Hazel wanted to be a chicken.
I felt
that
at
you wanted to.
I know, but then I couldn't talk to you and I missed you.
Oh.
So there's chicken gods?
I don't know, but it looks like there's a giant chicken and maybe a mother chicken or a god chicken.
The plot chickens, am I right?
This is clucking amazing. Let's go explore!
Yeah!
And I go run off towards the chicken.
All right. Perfect. Barnaby starts running forward. Hazel starts running forward. We're back to Delphine and Rialto. Delphine, you see, because I believe you still kind of have a vision of where Barnaby is because you kind of tried to like locate.
Sure.
You see his movement from underneath the ground going up and then all of a sudden just take off in a mad dash. However, you notice that it's coming a little bit closer to you. Like the distance between you is actually closing as they are running forward. I will say, as you guys get a little bit closer, you start seeing chickens walking around. And they have chicken armor on.
Okay.
Oh. Okay.
And they're clucking, and they haven't noticed you yet. I would say that you're far enough back that they haven't really noticed you yet.
Fight the chickens.
And what do you do?
Well, first of all, I'm gonna move my dice because Saturn decided that he wanted to lay right here. Secondly, I think I just still want to try and follow the footprints. I don't know. Rialto, what do you want to do?
As long as we have some sort of semblance of where our friends are, we should probably go along that same direction, should we not?
I think so. I think we should find them.
That seems like the most logical thing to do in this situation. That it seems.
I mean, yes, I do think that we should find them. I bet that Hazel probably turned into an animal of some kind at some point.
If they're not, yes, and if they are moving quicker now, then they obviously must not be dead. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'd like to try and get to our friends.
I love the different vibes between the two groups right now. So would you guys like to try to go through this chicken town as it looks in front of you, or would you like to try to like skirt around the outside, or how would you like to get around?
I would like to stay away from the armored chickens if possible.
Yeah.
Okay, so I would say probably trying to skirt around the outside would be the best option here. And so I'm gonna have both of you roll stealth.
Why are you looking at me like that?
I got a
How can I
12.
help you? You got a 12? Oh hell yeah. Okay.
Something.
14.
Okay. So you guys start kind of going through the wheat, the grain that's kind of around, and try to hide behind things. As you're walking, there actually is a large chicken footprint that's kind of pressed into the mud in front of you, and you both trip and fall into it.
Oh.
And the chickens look over and they hear the noise, and the armored chickens kind of start going through the path and find two bodies face down in the mud in this grain field, and they go and they kind of poke at you, not in a painful way, but they definitely poke at you.
Ow, stop it. Stop.
Do we pretend that we're dead, or what do we do?
No, I think we get up.
Okay, are you sure?
Yeah.
Also, I love this so much.
Look really, really big, and then as you all kind of get up, one of the chickens circles behind you and starts pushing you forward, and two of the chickens are on the side, and the one behind you is like plucking both of you forward and just like getting you with the beak, and starts walking you forward as they're trying. It seems like they're trying to guide you into their town.
Sorry.
And and so do you guys want to push back against them, or do you want to go with the chickens?
I feel like fighting the
chickens.
Yeah, fighting the chickens might be a bad idea right now.
Also,
yeah.
what I would like to do at this point is cast Find Familiar.
Okay. You have caused more chaos. You try to find your familiars. You're trying to find Buttercup, and you have a sense that like he's still around, he's still good, but you can't actually locate exactly where he is from where you are. There's kind of like a haze of when you're trying to find him and try to communicate with him.
Cool. I can't communicate with Buttercup, so that makes me feel very assured right now and safe. Great. Until people just start walking forward.
Okay, so we don't have the bat, is what I'm
You
hearing.
both start walking forward, and you are being guided by these chickens, like these little armored chickens. And you start walking into this chicken town, and they are kind of guiding you towards the large chicken coop. Hazel and Barnaby, you guys just take off into this mad dash through the trees. You are balking, you are clucking, you are doing whatever you all were doing when you went through the tunnel, and you were running into this town. And as you run into this town, you run straight into a group of armored chickens, and they fluff up at you and balk at you. And do you guys keep running? Do you stop? Do you?
I cast Speak with Animals.
There it is.
Yay.
Hello, chickens.
And they say, who are you? Where did you come from? What are you doing in our chicken commune?
We fell through the floor. Well, the ceiling.
That was a protection. That was to keep this area safe for us.
Don't you fear.
I need you to go talk to our king and our queen.
Well, I've been a chicken before, so I fully support your chicken commune, and I would love to personally meet your chicken gods or kings or queens and pay my respects to them.
And they look at you and they say, you are also a chicken?
I was. You have a very cool contraption with that door, and I turned myself into a chicken to get through it, but turns out you just needed to do the but I was a chicken.
And they said that was a good bark.
Oh, I feel I would know.
And what about this creature? This one behind you?
Well,
That's not a chicken.
he's a bunny. But I mean, that's a pretty good ball.
Performance, Barnaby.
Barnaby's trying to be part of the conversation. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
no.
That's an
he's not with me. You can take him. I'm kidding.
Balking, and they are watching you, and they look back at Hazel and they say, "That one needs some work."
He
It
does.
almost seems like he's mocking us.
Oh, well, I'm from the bottom of my heart, I would like to apologize for his behavior. But I believe with time, we could convince him to become a chicken also. Or just adopt the ways of the chickens. Do you have a name?
Become a chicken. We must bring you. We must bring you to our court, our royal court. You need to talk to the king. You must talk to the queen.
You want to make more chickens?
Well, of course, doesn't everyone?
Oh. Well, I like being a chicken some of the time.
Oh, you should try it all the time. It's very great. Here, come with us. We will lead
Okay.
you to our king and our queen, and we will show
Okay.
you how the chicken way is the right way.
Okay, and then I'm gonna like whisper to Barnaby, not in chicken. Barnaby, I think they want to turn us into chickens forever.
Is that what you were talking about? I just heard bark, bark, bark.
Oh,
bark,
stop
bark.
doing that. Stop doing that right now. Don't do
no,
that
no.
anymore.
Sorry, I'm whispering. Oh, so they want to turn us into chickens? How is that? What?
Well, they have a chicken king and queen, and I think maybe they want to expand their chicken commune and make us into chickens forever.
How is it? This sounds more like a cult than a commune.
I think they're the same thing some of the time.
That's a very good point.
Thank you.
Should we go along with this or should we run?
I feel like if we run, the armored chickens who have armor are going to try and kill us.
Are they as fast as a little? I mean,
What did
a
you just
very
call me?
super fast gnome and a very speedy rabbit.
I don't know.
They are quite small in stature.
Also am I, and I beat all of you.
You have a very good point. That's what I'm saying. You're very fast.
And they can fly. Well, they can fly for a little bit.
They can flutter.
Oh, I'm sorry, baby. I didn't mean to kick you.
Be the physics of chickens.
Well, it's up to you. If
I-
you want to go.
Okay, well, I can't turn into another animal ever today. I'm done with that.
Well, I can't turn into an animal ever. I guess you could say I maybe am sort of one anyways. But nevertheless, I also can't speak to them.
Well, I can. I have a spell called Animal Friendship. Maybe I can convince them with that. Maybe.
Brilliant.
But maybe I'll use that once we've got to the. Let's try a casual approach at first, and then if that fails, I'll try force it with magic.
Hazel, you're very, very smart.
Oh,
Let's do this.
thank you.
I'll follow your lead.
Okay, thank you, Barnaby.
Let's do it.
Let's.
Not me just remembering right now in this session that I am a wizard and I can prepare different spells when I sleep.
Oh no.
Yep.
That's a fun thing about
I feel like a clown. That's what I feel like right
You'll
now.
have a number. You'll have another moment. I promise you.
Okay, great. Cool.
So you guys are going forward, and I assume following these armored chicken, Hazel and Barnaby.
Yeah. I'll make small talk. I'll ask about the
Okay.
wife and stuff.
Oh, perfect. And Barnaby behind them. You're
How's the head?
following, but all you hear is
How's the head?
and you keep walking forward. And as you guys are going into this like chicken commune, you see little coops, you see a little bit of bigger coops, and then you see this gigantic golden inlaid wooden coop in front of you. And as you are walking up to it, you look over and you actually see Delphine and Rialto being pushed forward by chickens as well, walking up to the same massive coop.
Oh hey, we found them.
Hello!
Hello, friends.
Oh, hello, other chickens.
And they're
I want to message Hazel. Point at Hazel. You're like, did you talk to the chickens?
I talked to the chickens.
What did they tell you?
Well,
That face.
well, we may be being turned into chickens, but I'm gonna try and stop it.
Wait, I'm sorry. We're being turned into what?
Chickens, walk machines.
By who?
The other chickens. The king
What
and
are we
queen of the chickens.
Right?
This is all telepathic.
Telepathic. Me and Hazel are talking telepathically. Okay, cool.
If you replace that and say Bork, they're gonna love you.
Did they compliment your Bach, Hazel?
They said I could be a chicken like really well. But Barnaby not so much, and we won't get into that.
Okay, great, cool, thank you.
Now that we've found our friends, Rialto is saying this out loud. Now
Yeah.
that we've found our friends, I think we would be happy to exit your village. He's trying to talk to one of the chickens. He doesn't know if it's landing or not. But
You just see kind of like that chicken cock where they're just kind of looking at you just a
Yeah.
little bit dead, and then
it's
peck at the ground, peck at you.
okay.
Oh, Rialto, I can translate for you if you would like.
That would be fantastic.
Of course. Okay, what do
All
you
I'm
want me
trying to say. So what I'm trying to say is,
Yes.
that now that we've all been reunited,
Yes.
now is probably a good time for us to leave their town, and we can let them be the forest chickens that they are all meant to be, and we can live our lives and continue on with hopefully finding this relic that is
Okay.
so important to us.
Okay, I'm not sure all of those words have a direct translation to chicken, but I will
If there's
try my
anything
best.
Close enough.
Of course. Okay.
Okay, yeah, that would be great. Thank you so much.
Okay, sorry, who is the head chicken amongst you all?
Oh well, our king and queen. They're right in this coop.
Well, I'll just quickly, briefly, just hit you up, okay? Okay, so we would like to, because we're all best friends, and we would like to leave sooner rather than later and just be out of your feathers. And we could just go straight on up, and no harm, no foul, and...
Well, I feel like you should talk to our king and queen. One, they could help you and they could let you know. But why would you ever want to leave?
Oh, God.
You could be chickens.
Rialto? They would like to turn us
Yes.
into chickens.
Okay, so that doesn't seem like the proper response to the question that I was asking.
Oh, sorry. They said, and I quote, why would you ever want to leave?
Okay.
Oh, many
Okay.
reasons. Yes.
Did you bring up the whole relic thing, saving the forest, any of that? I just wanted to make sure that
Oh,
everything.
sorry. Mr. Chicken.
Forgot.
Mr. Chicken, we've actually been sent on a very important quest that's been derailed for like the last hour or so by some unknown force. And actually we're trying to find this relic and save the town and the forest, which have been at war for centuries.
If the forest gets destroyed,
If the
your
forest
land
gets
will
destroyed-
also gets destroyed.
Your land will also get destroyed.
I feel like this is going really well.
I feel like this. Oh, sorry.
You. Look at you, and then they look at each other, and then they look at you again, and they say, "Nothing bad's happening to the chickens.
Oh, what if it started happening?
Our king and queen will protect us. Here, just come with us.
Oh,
we will
God.
show you. We will let you know." And they start pushing you.
They
forward
really
and
want us
pushing you
to
into
see the
coop.
king and queen.
Is it?
Well, should we entertain it at least?
Yes. Okay. I'm gonna cast animal friendship if everything goes wrong. Save yourselves. Whee!
Okay. All right. Okay. Save yourselves.
Go! Fly!
Fly, you fools.
Literally. Okay, so you start kind of walking into this coop, and the doors slide open, and you take some steps in. And as you go through this door, instead of like bok, 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 all in your ears, you actually hear discussions. You hear words. You can understand these chickens when you walk through this. There's a court of chickens all around, and right in front of you, there's a large, I guess, royal table, and then there are two large
Ask comprehend languages on
gargantuan chickens in front of you, and they are adorned with nice like royal capes. They have a royal jewel. They have crowns right in front of you.
How big are they?
Royal. Have we worked with the Chicken Kingdom?
How big are they?
To see if we worked with the Chicken Kingdom
Not,
before?
not this Chicken Kingdom.
The northern as big as Hazel? I need to know.
They are like bigger than like the
That's the real question.
other like they're like
This is the
bigger
most
than
important
you.
thing.
They're probably
Oh.
double your size. They are
Oh,
giant chickens.
Oh no.
Oh, I immediately get on my
On the
like
king.
hands and knees and I'm like, chickens, hello. We are the worthy.
Hazel, please get up.
Hazel,
feel like-
Hazel, what are you doing?
Hazel, please get up.
Okay,
Go ahead and
sorry.
do your insight check.
Oh my goodness. What the fuck is going
I feel
on?
like this is not going as well as I thought it
Well,
was.
this is going spectacularly. Can you see what I can see?
18.
Hazel, I have a backup
18?
plan. Don't worry.
All right. So you look forward and you look at the king and queen, and they don't have like, they look very confused to see you. They look a little bit distraught to see things that aren't chickens walking through their door. Yeah, they just look really, really interested in why you're in this coop. And they look at you, and the bigger one looks at you and says, "Welcome to the chicken commune.
Oh my god.
What? You haven't feathers? Why are you here?
They brought us here. And I like,
You wish
Make
to
a
join
motion.
us?"
Not necessarily.
about that. We are actually trying to find our way out. We got here by mistake. We were pushed in to these pools by wisps in the undying thicket, and we ended up here.
And there were vines.
The vines
And there were
pulled us
vines.
through the
The vines- yeah, the
ground.
vines pulled us
pulled Hazel
down.
and Barnaby down, and then
I'm Hazel.
You came to
that's
attack our land, and you got
No.
caught in
No.
No,
And
no,
you-
no, no, no.
Okay, I cast animal friendship. I cast
because you
animal
have been
friendship.
taken prisoner
I cast animal
chickens.
Oh no.
friendship. I cast animal friendship.
How many animals does that affect?
It's one. I
no.
won. And that's my last spell slot, so it's just the one.
I've got a backup plan. Don't worry.
Oh wait, actually no, sorry. I'm gonna cast it at a higher level. So two.
The king and queen.
King and queen. Friendship, love.
And as the larger one is kind of yelling at you, the one beside him goes, "Well, now, dear, maybe they could, do something to earn their freedom." And she looks at you and she goes, "Well, I would like to see your respect for the chicken land, and I would like to see your greatest performance. If you can impress us, you may leave this court. If you cannot, the fates lie in my husband's wings. Do you accept this?"
Yes, I do.
I have a
I
cat
Yeah,
meowing at me.
is yes.
And Barnaby steps forward with
Oh.
a
we don't have a choice.
brush of his cloak and kind of king and queen of the chicken court.
Okay.
I am Barnaby Swiftfoot, resident jungler, and I will do for you one of my famous acts. I pull out both my daggers that I have in my hilt, and I start juggling them. Just for performance sakes, let's say there's 3.
Okay. Yeah.
And I just
Much
start
cooler.
juggling the daggers, hopping on one foot.
Okay. You know what? While it seems more like acrobatic and hand-eye stuff, we're doing performance, baby.
fuck? I was hoping you're gonna say sleight of hand. It's totally performance, though. I agree.
Oh,
Okay.
Natural 18.
So, you go ahead and you go ahead and you juggle, and you are juggling your daggers, and you are hopping on one foot, and the queen claps her wings.
behind her back.
Beautiful. Yeah, she starts stomping, actually. She stomps, and everyone around, all the smaller chickens are just pecking, and it sounds like a peck of applause. And they're very, very impressed by your performance. And she goes, "You have gained the love of this court, and you are welcome here anytime. And you can actually walk over to the side, Barnaby." And
Oh, that was just Barnaby. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was just me. I thought that was gonna be for the whole group.
Oh, can I just?
Okay.
You know my quarterstaff? Did that like actually permanently get destroyed when the chimera attacks me?
Nope, you have it.
Oh, okay, cool. Thank you.
Yep.
I would like to step forward, and what I would like to do is minor illusion, like a bunch of like floating targets, and like take my crossbow out and like shoot at the moving targets.
Okay. Okay.
While my eyes
You
are
will.
closed. While my eyes are closed.
Okay. You will be doing. Oh my gosh. So you're throwing targets. You're going to shoot the targets, and you're also doing it with your eyes closed.
I'm not throwing them. They're being cast.
Oh,
with minor
you're
illusion.
casting them. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess roll to hit with crossbow, and then wow,
Natural 20.
Athletics for your balance.
Natural 20 for hitting,
Okay.
and then roll athletics for my balance.
Yeah.
6. 4 actually. So I do hit them, but I can do it from the ground.
How does this play out? Please, DM, tell me.
Yeah, please do. Let me know how this works.
So, Delphine, seeing the feat that Barnaby just did before you, you say, "Okay, I really have to come out and impress. I am confident with my crossbow. I got this. I know what I'm doing." You go ahead and you cast some targets ahead, and you kind of put them not in front of the royals, but kind of over in the crowds, and you close your eyes and you pull out your crossbow, and everything feels so good, and you get the bolt in, you shoot, and with your eyes closed, you hear it hit something, and you hear and the queen goes, "You dare attack my people of this court. You dare come at these chickens. I don't know why you've done this." And you just hear, "You will face the wrath of the Chicken King." And you see your crossbow actually fall to the ground, and you look at your hands, and your hands aren't there anymore.
I just don't have
feathers.
hands now.
They're
feathers.
feathery.
Oh.
And your arm seems more wingish than arm-like. And you look around and you notice you're not as tall as you once were.
I'm a chicken.
Become as chicken.
And you scream,
Oh.
"I'm a chicken!" And the king goes, "And this is your curse from this day forward."
Cuss.
Say forward.
Counterspell? Can I counterspell this?
No, because I don't want you to waste the spell slot.
King, how could you say becoming a chicken is a curse?
Hazel and Rialto, you guys are next.
Okay, Hazel.
Hello.
Hi. Okay, so
I pick up Delphine chicken and I.
Can I dispel magic, DM? That's also a question.
we see
Is
what
that
happens.
possible? Since it's a curse.
Yeah.
Oh God.
You say yeah like that, and that makes me think I can't dispel it.
You can dispel it.
Oh boy.
I mean, he's just gonna turn me into a chicken again, but I'll just hold it in my back pocket for now.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Okay.
maybe wait. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold it. But
Yes.
that's good to know.
Do you have any idea of what you're going to do?
Small, but a small idea.
A small. Oh, okay. Yeah, small idea. That's what you're saying. Okay. All right.
Don't make me angry, Rialto.
I'm very stressed out right now. I'm very stressed out. Okay, I'll go next. You know.
No, we could do our arm wrestle, Rialto. This could be it. And I would like to also do like a little thing. You know what? We could do our arm wrestle, but the thing I was gonna do is do some druid craft and like make it like rain flower petals around. So we could do that and do an arm wrestle.
And as that's happening, I can use my shape water to like
Yes.
petals in the air.
Yes.
and then
So it's like a
make
fountain, and
it's like a fountain.
and then we'll arm wrestle.
wrestling while this is all happening.
Then it's like Romeo and Juliet, but
I'm
different.
very stressed out, but let's try this.
Oh, I'm excited. Let's do it.
I'm glad one of us is okay. King and queen. Did we get
Chickens.
chickens? We would like to show the finest act of Hazel and Rialto.
H&R Productions.
H&R Productions. The arm wrestle.
Of the century.
Yes.
My goodness.
And he starts doing his shape water as Hazel does.
I'm going to let like flower blossoms like puff around us like
And then the fountain of water coming up behind the flower petal.
So let's just set the scene.
Okay, yep.
You guys are moving your hands and trying to do all this stuff, but also arm wrestling?
yeah.
So like one hand is arm wrestling, the other one is like, just like how it's how you one blows.
Okay, both of you roll an athletics and a performance.
Ooh, that's not good. Okay.
One of them's going a lot better than the other.
Okay. Let's try this. Okay, athletics. 9.
Nice.
Okay, performance. 8.
Nice.
Okay.
Incredible.
Rialto crushes Hazel. Arm wrestling.
Okay,
No, that's
so
not what I want.
y'all aren't going to be happy with this. So because of how this is, you all are performing and everything looks beautiful and you go to do the arm wrestling. But because Hazel is so weak and focusing on all these petals, you just immediately smash it and it's done immediately. There's no tension. There's no like, who's going to win? There's no show in that. There's only the beauty of everything else. And it kind of is chaotic and they don't know what's going and the queen goes, so you just decided to do a mess in front of us? Did you think you could distract us from the show at hand?
Ta-da.
He's nervous.
I'm very nervous.
He's never seen a giant chicken before.
This is the first time I would be,
And-
if I'm being honest. I'm from
And the
the water.
king goes,
From the
only
water.
those who have something to hide would be nervous. You also shall be cursed. You clearly have something to hide. And Rialto goes, me? And as you're moving your hands around, you start seeing feathers popping out of your arms, and your arms are turned into wings. And in front, and everything starts growing around you, and you shrink to the ground, and you look beside you, and you see Delphine the chicken, and you both are looking at each other, chicken as fuck, okay? Like, you're chickens. And Hazel, you look at them, and they haven't changed you yet. And you hear someone in the background go, I promise she did a very good chicken earlier. She's just rusty. She's been living the chicken life for too long.
I was a chicken just 20 minutes ago.
And the queen goes, so you respect us fellow chickens,
Oh,
but you still want to leave?
well, we have families, which I'm sure you know. Like, you have a family, and you love your family, right?
Well, yes. All the chickens here are our family.
Well, we have families up on the surface, and we love our families very much, and we'd really miss them if we were here the whole time.
Oh, I understand. Well, you and that Fuzzy,
Rabbit?
not chicken being, you're free to go.
What about our friends?
Well, they're chickens now.
Or can I have them as pets?
Chickens?
As
pets?
companions.
As companion pets.
You
I
think
want to
that
pet
we-
them. Like,
I thought you respected the chickens.
no!
I am going to take out my my bag of 1,000 ball bearings and scatter them across the room. I'm grabbing Hazel's hand and poofing the last 2 charges of a dust of disappearance, and I'm going, grab Delphine, and I'm grabbing Dan, and we're going.
You're going down!
Boom. That just happened.
Okay, so you
unleash this bag of stuff.
1,000 ball bearings.
you throw the ball bearings. They are scattered across the ground. You start running. You poof the disappearance dust over you and Hazel. You both run forward. You grab your 2 little chicken pals and you start running out of the building. Go ahead and do an athletics, both of you.
Okay.
10.
23.
Oh!
Hazel, you go ahead and you run forward and you try to grab one of your chicken pals, and unfortunately, as you do that, you kind of trip. You are invisible. However, the chicken pal is now on the ground. Barnaby has ran forward. You grabbed one chicken and you expected Hazel to grab the other, and you start running forward. You do not trip on any of the bearings that are in front of you. There is a chicken chasing after you now because he is saying, "You may not leave my realm. Those who dare to go against the chickens shall die with the chickens." And you are currently being chased by a massive giant chicken. And I guess roll initiative.
Oh my god!
Am I still a monk or am I just a chicken?
Just a chicken. So let me share. Y'all will take the abyssal chicken stats, which I will share with you, but you are normal chickens, but we're just giving you guys those.
I don't got my key points.
I
as
was
a
so
chicken.
close! And then I said the word pet, and I ruined everything.
You said pet. Why did you say
I wanted to love like a soul.
Okay. I got this. I'm ready for this.
Cat.
Oh, you
Shenanigans. If I roll a natural 20, can I cast Dispel Magic?
No, because you're a chicken.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, actually, I was saying you could.
That's why I said shenanigans. That's literally why I said shenanigans.
Yeah. What does Dispel Magic
It
require
needs
you to do? Is it
verbal and
verbal?
somatic. It's verbal and somatic, yeah.
Okay. You know what? Fuck it, sure. Yeah, you Dispel Magic. And
Oh
you
no,
are
I was just
longer-
gonna try and roll it. I was gonna try and roll
Yeah,
a 20.
you go ahead and you roll for it. I'm saying like you can cast that.
11. No, I'm still a chicken. It's okay.
Okay. Cool. So, still 2 chickens with the stats I did send it into the Studio Ghibli.
Yeah,
chat
I
if
got
y'all
it.
need
I got it. Yeah.
Perfect. Rialto, you got a 20. Barnaby,
I did.
18.
Oh, I need to roll initiative. Hold on.
Okay.
I got you. Me. There you go. 9.
All right. And let's see.
Let me roll for the
Hazel got
chickens.
10. I will say, this was not in my plans for the day.
What were your plans for the day?
Probably not
It didn't
chickens.
really involve a ton of chickens, but
A
Here we
handful
are.
of chickens. That's about it, though. Oh,
yeah,
boy.
right. I was like, yeah, y'all were supposed to chicken dance through a door, but here we are. Okay, so first up is Rialto
Okay.
as a chicken.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out what I could. I guess I'll just continue being held by Barnaby. That's where I am, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah,
I
you're
will
currently in his arms.
hold an action to bite if anybody tries to hurt Barnaby. If anybody gets too close to him.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
So I guess that's all I'll do.
Sounds great. So you go ahead, you hold the bite. And next up is Barnaby.
Okay. I'm going to. Let's see how much I can do.
How did this happen? How did
I'm
this
Chat.
out.
Chat.
Chat just said chaos.
Chat.
Wait, chat.
said
What
lose
just
the
happened?
plot.
I'm not looking. Oh no.
No. They caused
no.
this.
I'm
Oh,
trying
yeah,
to
they
make
did that.
sense of how we got into this exact situation.
Okay.
Oh,
I have a
whoa.
flask of oil in
It's
my
pretty
bag.
clear.
I'm going to take the flask of oil and smash it behind me as I'm running with Rialto, and I'm going to take my tinderbox, woo, and light the oil on fire behind me to block the path.
Am I still behind you?
Oh.
Hazel fell behind you.
I did fall behind you.
Oh no.
Well, okay. I'll wait.
It's okay. No, please don't let me get in the way of your plans.
I have a question when it's my turn. I'm very excited.
Okay, I'll wait until everyone is past me, and I'll drop the oil, smash the oil down, and light it on fire, and take as far as I can move and to just run.
Okay, so I'm gonna throw a question back at you. You currently have a chicken in your hands, so you are you
right.
have like one hand free. So you're
That's right.
grabbing
That's fair.
oil, you're throwing it down. You're also somehow lighting tinder.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Let me think about this. What?
Do I still have slow fall as a chicken? That,
You can fly.
okay, yeah.
Flutter. You can flutter now.
I look at Barnaby in the eyes and go,
Wait. Okay. I got it. Actually, I have one. Oh man, I'm trying to do this in initiative. Let me see.
The most trustful eyes a chicken has ever given
I
anyone.
am going
So stressed
to.
out.
I have one more charge of the 5 charges of the Dust of Disappearance. I'm going to use that and dump it on Rialto as a chicken and go run. And then.
Wait, you can't even see me. You don't know that I'm behind
I have no idea where you
You
are.
have no idea where she is.
You know what? I can't see where Hazel is. Okay.
Just do it.
Original plan.
Yeah.
No, original plan. I'm gonna try to chuck the flask of oil behind me, while
Okay.
holding this chicken, and then
Okay.
I'm going to try to, with my bonus action, I'm going to use my crossbow, shoot the oil, and try to get it to spark to light. Because it's a hand crossbow. I can use it with one hand.
Yeah. Okay.
This is really a stretch, but
Yeah, let's go. Let's go. I didn't know that these chickens were going to be like the greatest danger, but yeah, let's go. So you go ahead, you throw down the oil, you grab your crossbow and you try to shoot it. Go ahead and roll to hit. And depending on how it hits, we'll say if there's a spark or not.
okay. 17.
Okay, so you go ahead and you hit the oil, and as it hits, it kind of skids around, and you see a nice little spark pop off it, and you see the oil instantly catch. And as you see it catch, you also start to see it kind of move in a weird form. And Hazel, you are currently on fire.
Oh no!
oh my freaking heck.
You take 4 points of damage.
Oh my
Okay,
god.
that's not too bad. It could be
I
worse.
rolled initiative twice by
But she's
accident.
currently still on fire. And next up is actually the queen chicken, who is running after all of you, and she is able to move far forward. She sees this body on fire, and everything is on fire in front of her. None of this was expected. I need to find my chicken sheet. So give me one moment.
Oh no.
Do you have a question for right now or on your turn?
Right now.
Now?
So
Okay.
I rolled initiative twice by accident. My actual initiative is 22.
Okay.
That's all.
Okay. Perfect.
Also, remember, I did throw those 1,000 ball bearings behind me, too.
You did throw a lot of bearings down. So there's currently bearings on the ground, as well as oil and fire everywhere.
This is
Hazel is on
fantastic.
fire. Delphine, you know what? We'll have you go next. As I
Okay,
find the
great.
chicken.
I would like to use. Okay, I have shenanigans, and you can tell me no. I would like to use my cloak of the bat to turn into a bat, because I'm still technically wearing it.
Yes.
That's, yeah, that.
Okay.
chicken.
Yeah. Sure.
Like,
Yeah.
cool. I would like to turn into a bat. That's my action. That's my action. I would like to turn into
All right,
a
you
bat.
have turned into a bat. You are now a
Um,
bat. We now have a bat, a chicken, a rabbit, and on fire Hazel. A ton of chickens in this room.
We gotta
Does
find a
Hazel
bar
still
to
have
walk
speak
into.
with animals? Wait, does Hazel still have speak with animals?
You can
Active.
technically still. Oh, for her to talk to you.
Yeah.
Do you? I think so. It's for like
Yeah.
an hour, right?
Okay, great.
yeah.
I would like to fly.
Or is it 10 minutes?
It's 10 minutes.
I have to look.
Oh, heck. Dang it.
10
Okay.
minutes.
You
Never
have
mind.
probably one line to talk to you.
Okay,
I'll give
great.
you one line.
I would like to fly up and see what I can see with my bats are what I can hear
I'll give
with
you
my
sight, yep.
echolocations.
Yep.
And relay to Hazel what I can hear or see with my echolocation.
I'm on fire.
I mean, you really just see a bunch of chickens. You see them all coming at you, and you see the one doors that you guys came in. You can warn her of all the ball bearings and all the fire and stuff, but you also kind of notice that she is also on fire.
Great.
You don't really see any like water or anything to try to put her out or anything like that.
Hazel, roll around in the grass to knock me on fire.
There's oil.
I was not expecting you to say that. I was not expecting you to say that.
So sorry.
Stop, jump, and roll, Hazel. You'll be fine.
Spells. Delphine can't do shit.
It's a small oil fire.
She's a wizard. She can't do anything.
No, I love it. I love it so much.
I'm sorry. This is just like I love chaos. This is not the chaos I expected for the day. Okay.
That's my
Delphine,
turn.
that
That's
is
it. I just wanted to be a bat.
End of your turn.
Thank you.
And now is the queen. The queen is running forward. And she goes ahead. Let me look at this speed and this distance. She runs forward and kind of takes a leap and then starts flapping her wings to try to like do that little chicken glide that they do if you like toss them. And go ahead and roll strength check anyone who is standing.
Am I?
Flying. I think
Am I
Rialto's the
standing?
only one who's technically standing.
Yeah, I think Barnaby's the only one standing. Actually, Delphine, also roll a strength check.
Okay.
Strength.
What do
you
they
say?
have? -4 to strength because I am a bat.
Oh my god.
15. Negative
0.
4?
Literally 0.
Oh no.
I rolled a 4, cat. I rolled a 4. Bats have -4 to strength.
Those are some weak ass bats.
Okay, so you go ahead and Barnaby is running and the chicken jumps and tries to fly over these bearings, this fire and everything and go forward. And the wings are causing such a freaking gust that they start to push. And the gust actually catches little bat Delphine and you go soaring through the air. And you actually hit into the wall and take
That's
1 point of
exciting.
damage. Barnaby, you actually were able to study
my bat
yourself and you
stats?
felt
My bat stat are those my hit points?
yeah, your bat stats are your hit points.
I'm down. I have 1 hit point as a bat.
Wait, but then don't you become human again? Or elf?
A human again.
I don't know. Do I?
I think you just become...
Because if I
Yeah.
polymorphed into a bat, if I polymorphed
Oh,
into a bat
yeah.
using the cloak,
You turn back in.
You're a back elf.
Chicken. You should be
Yeah.
chicken, right?
Oh,
yeah, but that's what I'm asking. So if I polymorphed into
you
a
would
bat,
you would be out of bat form into chicken form.
Okay.
And so you would have chicken stats now.
Okay,
So
cool.
you've ruined your not ruined. You've destroyed your chicken stats and you've or
You're my bat sack.
Bat sack.
You know who you are.
Yeah.
You know yourself better.
Back to chicken.
The big chicken blows all the wind forward and stuff. The fire kind of like dies a little bit. Hazel, you still have a little bit of fire on you, but the wind has kind of knocked out the fire a little bit. There's just a few chars, and you have a little bit of a flame on like your pants leg. Barnaby, you were able to steady yourself and not blow away. And next up is the king chicken, who is able to run forward. The flames have died down enough that he just kind of runs through it and tramples Hazel because she is on the ground, and he runs over her. And
Hi, Barnaby. What's up? Why are you giggling, Barnaby? The ball bearings knocked me over, and then the fire, and now I'm being trampled by a chicken, Barnaby.
and
Wait,
you
we asked you to do one thing.
No, I'm being trampled by a chicken, comma, Barnaby.
Okay.
I take
24 damage.
Are you down?
no. I'm good.
She's hardy. She's a hardy mushroom.
I'm less
I need
than
to take some
half.
fucking healing spells. Jesus.
Okay, so King went forward, trampled over you, and is still running forward, trying to catch up with Barnaby and Chicken Rialto. Delphine, you are kind of close to the door where you kind of like were blown to the wall and fell. No longer bat, now chicken. And next up is Hazel.
Can I start?
Skip Barnaby's turn.
No, Barnaby was first.
No, you did your thing. Okay.
I think.
Yeah, perfect.
I'd like to stand up. First of all.
Yeah, that would be a good idea. Yeah. Mhm.
So is there any chickens behind me?
The queen is still technically a little bit behind, like right behind you. She doesn't see you because you're invisible, but she flew over everything. I guess she'd be kind of beside you rather than behind you.
Okay.
The fire was behind you. And then the king is in front of you.
Okay. God. Okay, that changes my plans, but that's fine. You know what? I'll cast Moonbeam on a king chicken.
Okay.
Moonbeam?
Yep.
Do it up.
Oh, you have to do a constitution save.
Oh, okay.
You have to hit 14.
Do chickens have good
I don't know.
That's a very
I don't
That's what
know.
kind of
Deep
chicken
question.
it is. I don't know. You know.
king
Those are
chicken.
the stat-
Or I don't like.
I did get a 16 before my additional. So yeah.
Oh.
Damage or no damage?
Probably half. I would expect. Or half as much. So, 12 or 13.
Okay. 13. I'll give. I round up. All right.
Thanks.
So you hit, and it kind of pinches and burns a few of the tail feathers on a king chicken that is running towards Barnaby and such. Next up is Delphine. You're back.
What can I even do as
Top
a
of the
chicken?
order.
It's a chicken.
As a chicken, this is a great question.
I hate it here. I hate it here. That's it. I hate it here. Are there chickens? Are there other chickens around me right now? I got flung.
They're a little bit farther out, because they were kind of on the sides, kind of where like a galley would be.
Can I roll an insight check to see if there is anything that I could potentially like knock over to hurt one of the chickens?
So that would be more perception check on the
Perception or insight?
surroundings.
Yeah, perception.
Yeah.
Like I would like to like chew through some rope of some kind, or like through a vine of some
You can
kind.
look around.
Okay, great. 17 plus 5 is 23.
Okay, so you look around and you're looking for literally anything to drop on these. Well, whether you want to like push over something or drop something. You look and you see a rope a little bit higher up in the galley with all the royal chickens up in that little area up there. There's a rope that leads to a chicken chandelier. It is very beautiful. It is made of wheat and strung together with these looks like magical little fires up there. There's also a lot of bags, like little like woven bags around that look maybe like they're seed bags.
Okay, great. I would like to try to bite or claw my way through the rope with my chicken attack.
Go ahead and roll to hit, I guess. Yeah.
Did I move the dice? I did. I'm so distraught by being a chicken that I'm just like, where is my dice? I don't want to talk about it. I don't hit. I don't want to talk about it. It's not in that one, so we don't have to bring it up. I just don't want to talk about it. It's a 3.
You run over and you try, and you are trying to get.
Wait. I lied. It's a 7 because I have +4 to attack. It might not make a difference, but I do have 7.
It doesn't make a difference, but it does make you feel better personally in yourself, and you are putting some strength against that rope. It is not broken, but you are trying to tear at it. Next up is Rialto.
Okay.
In chicken form.
Buck. Okay, so I'm still in Barnaby's arms. Correct.
Yes.
Okay.
Are.
Okay. What are we gonna do? I'm sure this won't work, but I'm going to attempt to water whip as a chicken. If that doesn't work, it's fine, but he's just gonna do what he normally does when he wants to.
So Rialto's not really realizing that he doesn't have his same force behind him.
He's wondering. He's just trying.
He's still just trying to be himself. I mean, he's been going through dimension doors. He's been put into weird wilderness area. He doesn't really know what is possible right now. So he is trying to attack and do water whip. And unfortunately, his little chicken body cannot do anything. He's just kind of waving his wings around there going. He looks like he's just losing it.
So that's
there are feathers kind of popping off of you. And Rialto, you're not making any damage.
Gotcha. He has a little chicken anxiety attack then in Barnaby's arms when he knows it doesn't work. And that's, I guess that's about it. I guess I could ready another attack just in case if someone gets too close to Barnaby.
Yeah, that's totally fine. And you're still in Barnaby's arms, or did you hop out when you did your thing?
I think I'm still in his arms.
That's fine. I just want to. I'll let y'all be where you want to be. And next up is Barnaby.
Okay, so where is Hazel? Where's Hazel right now?
Seething in the background.
Like, how far past
She
am I?
She is currently by where the queen is standing, which is behind you, closer to where the fire was, and you can see little remains and little tufts of fire.
Where's Hazel in a bed? Okay, and Delphine Chicken is tried to knock down.
Trying to knock down a chandelier.
Yeah, a little bit more.
But you guys weren't running away. You guys are still there.
No, we're trying to fight them. We are trying to fight them.
We don't know the way out of here.
That's true. If I was still a bat, I'd be able to tell you. But you know.
I'm going
there
to.
were the big doors that you came in through, but that's the only entrance.
Oh, we came through. Yeah, true.
I'm going to. How far away is Delphine Chicken from me now? Like, roughly?
Probably 40 feet.
Perfect. I am going.
I'm afraid already.
I'm ready.
Going to pull out my hempen rope that is still tied into a lasso and throw it at Delphine Chicken to try to Delphine Chicken and grab her and pull her along on one over my one shoulder and have Rialto Chicken on the other. And I'm running out the door if I can.
What about Hazel?
Hazel is invisible.
I want 2 athletic throws there.
Come on, don't fail me now, dice. That's a 22.
You got the chicken in the rope. And
that's a 15.
Back and you are running forward and you are dashing towards this door with a chicken in your arms. You are pulling along a chicken on a rope. Delphine, you're just kind of being pulled along. Hazel, you are being left in the dust. And mind you, everyone else just sees this floating chicken and this chicken being pulled on a rope by an invisible creature. There's thunder outside. Apparently, it's storming. I'm sorry if you hear big booms.
No,
They said
That adds
chaos
to the
to make it
ambiance.
real.
Hazel, run! Hazel, run! Hazel, run!
And you hear
bud.
Barnaby yelling, Hazel, run!
I tried that already. I fell over.
Darts for the door. And I would say you are right about at the door as you're running forward. And next up is the queen. The queen starts what does the queen do? The queen starts running after you. And
What's the queen?
It's
Sorry.
huh?
I was worried the queen was behind me. I didn't remember where they were.
No, she's right beside you.
Cool.
However, she lets out this horrendous screech that everyone has to do a Constitution saving throw.
I will
Everyone?
in a second.
Okay,
no worries.
okay.
we're using the chicken stats, correct?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes,
so
you
that's a
are.
+1. So
I got a 10. Oh god.
I got a 17.
Nice. Okay, we're doing. The chickens are doing better than the.
oh my god.
Delphine, you are the only one right now that is not stunned.
It was the
Chicken
DC.
Queen. And you all of a sudden, Barnaby is running towards the door, and you just see him halt and stun, and his paws go up to his ears and hold them down as she's screeching. Hazel, you are right next to her, and
Orion
are
gave me
just
good luck.
putting your hands to your ears. And Rialto, you basically are just a paralyzed chicken. You just flop, 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 and are laying. You are currently attached to a rope, Delphine. And then it is now the king's turn. So the king sees you all get stuck at the door. Delphine, you're kind of like right at the door, but he is running forward and he goes to. He has so many attacks. I'm so sorry.
Why?
He goes to. Because we got $1,000 on the chaos. Okay. He walks to Rialto, and he goes ahead, and you take a beak attack, and it is
I've got 10 hit points. I'm probably gonna fall. Probably
You
gonna
take-
fall.
21 damage.
Oh shit! Am I dead?
Question for the DM.
Work.
Yes.
If I step out of the door, potentially, will I be locked out of this dimension? Or will I be able to come through the same way that Hazel and Barnaby came through?
No.
We don't know. Okay. Cool.
Not sure. Not sure. So that was the first attack.
That was the first attack. Sorry.
The king does see the rope that is assumingly attached to Barnaby and goes to make another beak attack.
Orion, chill.
Against me?
And you take
Oh my God.
23 piercing damage.
Doesn't roll a hit.
Oh, does it roll a hit? Oh, well. Yeah.
Also, is it at disadvantage because I'm invisible?
But
Or does the rope cue?
I would say
Oh.
that well, he did it with a 24. So I'd say he's kind of doing enough force around that I'm assuming a 24 hits.
Yeah, 24 hits.
Okay.
you gotta relax.
Do you remember the damage I told you?
24?
24.
Was it 24? Okay. Hey, I got the same one. So 24 piercing damage. And then he goes up, and we can split this between the two because he's gonna go up and kind of just like stomp around Delphine and Barnaby. And so we will split this between the both of you.
What? Oh, I'm not. Either
And
of
he's
those. Never mind.
trampling.
How much damage? I'm sorry.
Let me do math. 21 divided by 2, so we'll just go down. We'll say 10 each.
I'm down.
Okay. Barnaby, how are you?
If there was no hit, I'm down. Depends if it hits or not. Is it attack?
You're down?
I'll be unconscious
It
if this
hits
hits.
with 24 again.
Yeah, I'm down.
Okay, so you're down. Hazel, you're the only one up right now.
Aren't I technically stunned though? This
But
round?
you are stunned.
Oh no.
But they can't see you.
No.
That's true.
No.
You're invisible.
So
and
they
stunned.
have gone up and they're kind of fishing around all these bodies and trying to see what's going on. And as you're looking at them do this, you see Rialto Chicken fade off into a mist. You see Delphine Chicken fade off into a mist. And you see a rope that is laying over an invisible body drop slowly to the ground.
Why do all my friends
And-
keep leaving me?
You are currently alone, and the king, the queen do not see you. No one knows you're around, and it would technically be your turn again.
Oh, God. I'm gonna conjure up a saber-toothed tiger.
Oh.
Oh, we love that.
That's a choice. Okay.
I don't know what I can do. I'm invisible.
No, that's great.
No, we love
Wow.
that.
This is not where I expected this chicken arc to go.
I wanted to, at like halfway through this, I was like, I want to overrule the king and queen and become the leaders of the chicken cult. And I was searching through all my spells to see if I could make a giant chicken bigger than their chickens. I could not.
Hey,
Unless,
giving you their meat, and you want to see
Unless.
Unless.
hey,
wild shape.
I don't.
Okay.
I can only conjure animals.
Okay.
And in the CR rating, it gives examples. So if you would say that a giant chicken belongs in the same category as a giant boar, giant constrictor snake, a giant elk, hunter shark, I think a type of dinosaur, polar bear, rhinoceros, or saber-toothed tiger, then
I think the chicken that I have pulled up is stronger than that, so I don't think they're in the same challenge rating.
What a sentence.
I think the chicken I have.
I have pulled up.
it's stronger than a polar bear or a dinosaur.
I just want you to know, it says gargantuan beast.
Okay, valid.
That's
Fair.
big.
Fair.
This isn't a fair fight. Two of us for chickens.
True.
Fair.
I'm just gonna
That's not
conjure.
fair.
I'm just
Chaos with a purpose.
or
I would just like to say that if we were all up, these chickens, we would be gone. That's all I would like to say.
100%.
Y'all would at least be out of there.
We would at least be out of here. It's fine.
Bark, bark.
okay. I would like to cast spike growth which is a 20-foot radius on a point within range. So I wanted to cast it so that it's not on me, but it is on both of them. And for,
They are by the door, and you go ahead and you can cast it. And what do I have to?
it's whenever they move, they will take damage. Any creature that can't see the area at the time the spell is cast must make a wisdom check. But I assume they'd be able to see it.
Yeah,
I'm casting it underneath them.
They're kind of pucking. They are
Plucking.
Pecking? Clucking.
pecking. There we go. There's a word. They are pecking at all the bodies below them, so they're not really like paying attention, I would say. So they could still roll for wisdom, did you say?
The perception check, yeah. Wisdom.
The 16 and a 17.
They see it, but it is underneath them, so they're not out of it.
Okay.
They just know that it's
move-
hazardous.
They move. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. So they see that, and they don't want to move, and they're still kind of actually panicking because they've just seen 3 bodies, well, 2 chickens and an invisible man, disappear. They are no longer in their presence, and they're looking around, and they just see these spikes form, and you are still invisible.
Okay, then I would like to move around those spikes to the door.
Okay. You...
Or as close as I can get to the door.
Yeah, go ahead and do I guess a stealth, but with advantage.
Oh, I got 17. Both were 17.
Okay, so you go ahead and you see them kind of looking at all the mess of thorns and stuff below them. They're looking at these bodies that are no longer there, and you kind of just sneak out and you push around and you walk out the door. And as you walk out the door, you see Barnaby, Delphine,
My chicken.
Rialto, asleep on the ground. And as
My
you
friends.
and you see all of them, and you actually lose your disappearance. You see Barnaby. Barnaby is not invisible. And
Yes.
there are no
All
chickens
agreed.
in sight. You have to wait for me to actually get to my notes again because they've closed on me. And you guys are back in the Undying Thicket. You see Alfian bleeding in front of you.
Oh
You
shit.
see
Or
the
saw this
soldiers.
scene. Yeah.
You remember that they just stabbed her. You see that things are a little bit wonky. You see that things are starting to get blurred. Y'all start to wake up a little bit. You were seeing that vision as you were waking up, kind of like in a dream state. And you wake up and you see the view before you kind of cloud over and start to change. And as the haze lifts, you see Alfian not laying on the ground by soldiers, blood around her, but you see her laying on the ground, a little bit of blood around her, and you see Byrir standing over her. The white wolf is standing over her, growling, grimacing above this protector of Weldstone, whatever she might have been, and she's growling, and you just see the bright white fur start to blotch with black. And as she's growling, as she's just so mad, you see little spews of black sludge coming from her mouth and dripping. And you just hear her just growling at Alfian and saying, "This is all your fault. The forest would never have been attacked if you wouldn't have come in it. Weldstone will be taken care of. You are the reason for this." And you see the fur on her back kind of stand up more, and as it stands up, you see the tips of the hair turn black and a little bit shadowy, and they kind of start to smoke off, kind of appearing as the cursed, hateful spirits that you've seen before. It has such a resemblance. She said, "Ernos was too weak to do what had to be done. He fell in love with a human. What a fool." And as she says, "What a fool," the entirety of her body turns into a black smoke sludge, and you see the thicket and all the grass around and all the greenery and all the plants start soaking in that sludge and turning in to the dead forest, to the dark forest, to the sludge-covered, hate-filled forest that you recognize. There's no distortion. There's no weird-looking thing. There's no blur. There's no nothing that shows you that you should be questioning what is happening in front of you right now. And you all come to see and come to realize that beyond all the visions you've seen, whether some were lies, whether some were truths, you know this one for a fact is the truth. You know that you are seeing a memory of this forest. You are seeing history as it was centuries ago, and you see maybe the start of what began to turn this forest into the monster that it is today. And you all snap, and there's a new picture in front of you, a new vision in front of you, and it is a large deer god weeping over the body of Alphion. He is screaming, he is in pain, he is sad because the love of his life has just been slain by his sister. And you see him scream out, and a green burst comes from his chest and is beating, and it plants into the ground, and he passes out next to his love, and a stump grows, and it is glowing green. And you blink, and you are back in this grove with the pools around you, with the seed of life, the heart of Ernos, in the stump in front of you. And that is where we will start next week.
Ah!
What a cluckastrophe.
Oh my god.
I know, that was intense.
I am so sorry.
I got so scared.
That was foul,
That
Chrispy.
was, oh my god.
I hate it here. I want to be done. I hate it here.
There's so
We were
much
sure
that has
winging it
happened.
there, you know?
Oh
Yeah,
my god.
yeah, you're telling me.
It seems like there was some tender feelings between.
Oh my
Please
god.
sleep in the grove.
It was peak performance. I tried. Oh my
I'm so
lord.
excited for next
Oh,
week.
Jesus.
That's a good one.
My brain is so dead right now.
Oh, chat. I don't know. I'm so sorry, by the way, to the rest of the cast. Barnaby was just trying his best.
No,
brain
it's
is
No,
fine.
it's not
Right
your
now.
fault. That's not
No.
your fault.
There
None of
was
that
any
was your
truth to that
fault.
Oh, chat. What did you do to us?
Chat. We spent like half of this stream just on the chaos part because
Yeah.
y'all went hard, and I don't understand. But thank you so
They
much.
should
Thank
not have been
y'all
against
so
at this
much.
level at all.
Oh, man.
I was like, oh, I'm a chicken. Okay, cool. Can't do any of my stuff. Can't do shit. As a bat, I had 1 hit point. As a chicken, I had 10 hit points. Listen, Delphine had to be humbled. She's been walking around with 66 hit points this whole time.
She has.
She had to be humbled. Like, it's fine.
Jeez.
Wait, here's a question.
Yes.
Did that actually happen? Or was this like it did?
No, it was
so
like
did we? So
It
can I
was
get
all
my
a
items back?
dream.
Okay.
Oh, is our health back?
When we like woke up again, you guys have all of your spell slots back. You have all of your
Woo!
items back.
Okay.
You were all
Cool,
good.
yeah.
You have all of
Cool,
your
cool. That's
HP
awesome.
that you had before going into that dream state.
I
That
didn't
was
find
just the
anything
chaos
before we
bar,
went in
so
that
you
dream.
weren't
bar.
actually-
That's okay.
Yeah.
I figured it was like kind of like a
Great question, but
dreamish.
yes.
Okay, great. Let me go take a long rest to just restore everything so that I don't have to
Yeah,
manually do it.
literally.
Oh my gosh.
My goodness.
Chat.
Kat, you did such a good job handling that, by the way.
Yeah.
Yes.
That
was so
Can we just get claps for Cat,
Yeah.
please? Because
Please.
because
clap
like
for Kat.
coming up with
Amazing.
one chaos thing is like big enough of a task to then magnify that and just times it by 10.
Yeah.
Like yes.
That definitely was chaotic. I can.
Yeah, that was.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
A little.
Amazing.
But we will round out with some goodbyes and self-promoting ourselves. That makes sense. So yes, I'm Hannah, or Louise Hannah. I'm going to be streaming this week, continuing my Kingdom Hearts 3 playthrough. It's as wild as Kingdom Hearts is known to be, and I love every second of it. You can you can't really see the lore board behind me. I have a board full of lore. I have 2. I have another one here.
Not another one.
So that's what I'm doing. Cat.
Hi, I am your chaotic for money DM, and I stream all over all the time, a bunch of different games. But tomorrow I am actually using crowd control with Minecraft to raise money for St. Jude and hit my goal, just to see, round out the month and do our thing. So we will be doing some Minecraft if it encourages you at all. I also don't really, I die naturally in Minecraft, so this can only be more chaotic. So if you enjoy the chaos of today, hopefully you will enjoy chaos of tomorrow.
Chaos of tomorrow.
Crispy.
Also, I'm Cat Scratch on literally everything, so feel free.
Crispy.
Hello, everybody. I am Chrispy Gameplay. You can find me at Chrispy Gameplay across all the medias. I am currently working my way through a Mass Effect Legendary series. I'm about to finish Mass Effect 1. Then I'll be rolling over to 2 and 3. It's my favorite series. If you like kind of playing RPGs like this, like doing everything, I'm that guy. I do everything. I explore everything. I do every side mission. I deep dive into lore and stuff like that. So I'm also playing DVD throughout the week as well. So yeah, that's what I'm up to. And just thanks again, chat. You guys are awesome for supporting small TTRPG channels like this. You guys are great. Thank you so much. We love you.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. Dan.
Hi, everyone. My name is Dan, aka Daydreamer Dan. You can find me either at Daydreamer Dan or Daydreamer Dan _ on most social media platforms. I am a variety streamer. I've been running to a lot of tech issues over the past few weeks, but hopefully, and I've been saying this like pretty much every single week, but I'm going to start my streaming again this week for sure. Yeah, I'll probably be back on Thursday playing a little bit of DBD. Hopefully, knock on wood, no more tech issues happen over the next week or so, but if everything goes well, I should be back.
We cross our fingers.
We cross our fingers and our toes.
And last but not least, Jude.
Hello! If you're meeting me for the first time, hi, hello. My name's Jude. I am a variety broadcaster here on Twitch. I'm very loud, very queer, very chaotic, slightly cozy, and really happy to meet you. I stream multiple times a week over on my channel, which is Mermaid Royal. We are tomorrow doing a branding and video editing stream where you can ask questions about streaming and branding and etc. And then Tuesday, we are starting up Pride Month, which I'm very excited about. During Pride Month, we raise money for a charity. I think we're raising money for the LGBTQ Freedom Fund. So I'll be streaming on Tuesday and Thursday this week because Friday I get my second vaccine shot and I'm gonna be dead to the world. But lots of TTRPG stuff happening on my channel, and I'll be guesting on other people's channels in June. So I'm very excited.
Wonderful. So yes, please follow all of the cast because they're fantastic. And just once again, thank you so much for supporting all of them so hard today. Like
Thank you so much.
so
Thank you,
awesome.
thank you,
it's
thank you.
wild. Thank you. We will leave you there for tonight. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your weekend and a wonderful start to next week. And we will see you next time. Bye.